Monroe Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Everyone likes to hear yes. And at Rent-A-Center, we love to say yes to flexible payments. Yes to getting what you want. Yes to approving 90% of people. Visit Rent-A-Center now to get started. Rental purchase agreement. You will not own the items until the total amount needed to acquire ownership is paid in full, or you exercise your early purchase option. Ownership is optional. You may cancel at any time. 90% claim based on last 6 months of applications submitted. See store or website for details.
Happy Friday. What's happening? Everybody making their way in nicely. Don't push, don't shove. There's room for everyone. Hello. 4 minutes till showtime.
NA member FDIC.
Get ready to rock at the City of Tavares 7th Annual Rocktoberfest, a free concert tomorrow at Wooten Park with multi-platinum recording artist Hinder. Giving to Fly, the Pearl Jam Experience, the Headbang, and the 789s. Plus the Monster Splash Seaplane Contest, food truck cuisine, unique vendors, and more. See you at Rocktoberfest, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow. More info at tavaresfl.gov.
Historic utility rate hikes are coming, the biggest in U.S. history, but you can fight back with Solar Source. Whole home solar from just $89 a month. No money down, guaranteed performance and maintenance included. Save up to 40% on your power bill immediately. Solar Source is trusted by NASA, Disney, and over 70,000 homeowners. And you could get exclusive savings when you tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you. Visit solarsource.com/monsters or call now and lock in your rate before energy prices soar.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Hey, I've got something you're going to love. You know Mahatma rice, right? For generations, it's been America's favorite rice. And now they've made it even easier to enjoy. Picture this. Microwavable pouches of rice ready in just 90 seconds. And the best part? It tastes just like a homemade meal with delicious recipes like cilantro and lime, Mexican style, and classic jasmine. Perfect for home, work, or on the go. You're going to love it. If you're looking for something quick and packed with that homemade flavor, give it a try. Mahatma rice feels like home.
On CW18, the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue.
Absolute chaos. My heart is pounding right now.
The title is up for the taking.
Survival is what it's all about in the playoffs.
And nobody
Contact made hard.
Tippers are flaring. Is going down without a fight.
These guys are out of control.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue live from Talladega, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18.
We're following several breaking stories tonight.
WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18.
I'm Michelle Imparato.
And I'm Jesse Pagano.
Covering breaking news across Central Florida, bringing you the latest facts to keep you informed.
New details are coming into the newsroom right now.
And preparing you for what's ahead.
Strong to severe storms moving in.
Michelle Imparato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, October 17th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from the shocking clown attack to the No Kings protest. Could get wild this weekend. In a very strange way, Uber drivers are making even more money. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Record yours now at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. And this never, ever, ever happens, friends. My word.
Yeah, what had happened?
Let me just triple check, double check. Single check.
Dust.
Yeah, there it is right there. It's a last-minute message from that guy with a big old honking nose. Let's see what he said.
Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
That's right, everybody. We made our way through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There it is. There it is. And Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back.
I forgot this thing turns off.
Broken. Yeah, is that what happened?
I did love the sound of it completely off. Just click, 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 click. Click.
So you're feverishly tapping on the horn button and no horn sound effect coming out. There we go. Yes, everybody, it is Friday. How's everybody doing on a Friday?
Good.
Very good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited for it to be Friday. We'll have some fun today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. And we'll start, as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Martin Luther King Jr.
All right.
Oh.
Sadly, for the last time.
What you mean?
He's died again. He has died again, unfortunately. OpenAI has said they will no longer allow you to make Martin Luther King Jr. videos in their AI video creation.
So Bob Ross still good to go?
That's the interesting thing that we'll get to in just a bit. But, you know, people are making all sorts of stuff. Let's listen in.
Telling you today, my friends, I have a dreamsicle. An orange icy bar of hope. Smooth with cream and sweet with summer.
I have a dreamsicle. It's nice. I like it. I want a dreamsicle now.
Oh, I got to find the one. They used him. Remember that little boy who went viral? It was like, you ever had something in a dream?
I got it. I got it for
My
you.
favorite.
Here, I wanted to take you on a little trip since they're
Sorry
taking it
about
away
that.
from us. You got WWE MLK Jr. who turns heel.
You want to know the truth? I ain't got no dreams no more. I am the dream.
Oh,
did you say that?
The crowd is turning on him. I like the announcers and everything.
Say that?
Oh my God!
What's next?
These were great, and some of them were not. Some of them were a little too much. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, this is one. Let's see. Here's another Martin Luther King Jr. AI video. You cannot get these anymore.
Have you ever had a dream that you want them to do you so much you could do anything?
If you don't know what that is, just for the record, it's from a very, very famous viral video.
Yeah. And that
of
little
this
boy is
kid.
like 40 years old now.
He's a grown ass adult now, but
Have you ever had a dream that you him to do you so much you could do anything?
I'm so obsessed with that clip.
The smile at the end, the smile where he's like, I finished the sentence.
You can do anything? Oh, it's so good.
That's what the...
You want them to do you so much you would do anything.
Oh, come on, weirdo.
He didn't know.
Don't make it weird.
Have you ever had a dream that you want them to do you so much you could do anything?
It's pretty close. Fairly accurate. Can't do those anymore. Some of them went too far. People were making racist stuff. They have Martin Luther King Jr. jumping like a monkey in some of them and screaming. You get the point. They were doing
That's
this.
messed up. Not funny
There
anymore.
was, here's another one somebody did that led to this whole thing that I'm going to tell you about in just a moment here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me roll it back.
But I have a dream that one day that ceiling device in my house would stop making those beeping noises.
Talking about smoke alarms. I mean, there was a lot of these. And then this one was one of the most popular, which will make sense here. Okay?
I have a dream where Sora changes its content violation policy.
That was one of the more popular posts on the actual app that they made for this. And then we get a statement that says the estate of Martin Luther King Jr., King Inc., and OpenAI have worked together to address how Martin Luther King Jr.'s likeness is represented in Sora generations, like you just heard. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s likeness is represented, some users generated disrespectful depictions of Dr. King's image. So at King Inc.'s request, OpenAI has paused generations depicting Martin Luther King Jr. as it strengthens guardrails for historical figures. So right now, you can't make videos with MLK Jr., and Sabrina brought this up, like Bob Ross. I was going to head into the Robin Williams direction, where his daughter was like, please stop. Please stop sending these videos of my father and saying, like, look how amazing this is. I don't like them. It's kind of interesting that Martin Luther King Jr., albeit he was a huge figure, obviously, he gets this sort of special situation where they pause any handling of him. And there's so many other historical figures that you can still do this stuff with.
Well, wasn't the case that they said, hey, we're going to let everything fly until people, reach out and tell us not to? So couldn't it be that Robin Williams' estate, contacts OpenAI and says, hey, shut it down?
Ahead of time, because I've not seen any Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm. I haven't, actually.
I have seen, on repeat, Martin Luther King Jr. and Bob Ross, without a doubt.
Yeah, there's a lot of these things being made. And the weird thing is, it's like, now where do the guardrails stop, though? Like, where is it okay? Where is it not okay? Those are really difficult questions, actually. I mean, some of them are easy. Like, I don't think users should be able to make racist, ridiculous stuff with Martin Luther King Jr. If it was your family member, you wouldn't want that happening either. But where do you draw the line? And that's kind of where they're wandering into with all of these, celebrity visuals that they're creating that aren't real. So they said, while there are strong free speech interests in depicting historical figures, OpenAI believes public figures and their families should ultimately have control over how their likeness is used. Authorized representatives or estate owners can request that their likeness not be used in Sora cameos. So there you go.
Unless the estate makes a cameo. A Sora account, because at that point you give everyone the permission to do so, which...
Strangely enough, it is called a cameo. Isn't that kind of weird? Because we have the cameo thing, but they call it a cameo when you make your own.
Unless I'm supposed to pay for it, they have been very strict. When I try to make me Naruto running, and using that, they're like, copyright, third party, can't do it.
Can you say, I want me running with my arms outstretched behind me at this angle? And
bet your butt I can.
Yeah, see, right. You just got to get clever with all these things now. That's what's happening in 2025.
You can't say, show me eating an Uncrustable. It has to be a crustless peanut butter and jam sandwich.
True. Folks, tell us what you think. Should they just keep this kind of stuff, AI, wide open? Wild, Wild West, like the early internet. Should you be able to do anything you want on there with any figure ever, including yourself? Or should it be buttoned up like this? And should anybody be out of bounds? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Speaking of those, a couple to get us started before we get into this unhinged clown attack. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about this,
No.
but this story is insane, and we're going to touch on that in just a bit. But first, anonymous emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hi, Sean, Sabrina, and C-Lane. A podcast listener catching up with the show. Regarding that 9-year-old kid having his mugshot posted, we talked about that yesterday. Florida has a very, very broad interpretation and opinion of public records. Technically, by Florida state statute, even if the juvenile was arrested for a felony or misdemeanor, the agency can post the mugshot publicly. Now, the Facebook post for the agency, that's a little tacky in my opinion, but it might be something that's automatically pushed data-wise to Facebook Daily. Who knows? I don't think so. I think they selected that photo of that 9-year-old on purpose and posted it, and then they got a little bit of pushback there. And I think they said at one point in time, now I'm not positive on this, I'll have to double check, but I think they may have said it was for like community safety, like to keep the community safe from the 9-year-old. Right. And I just really think that they probably posted it because it was a 9-year-old kid in a mugshot, and that's something that's interesting and different that they know is going to get interactions. Also, a few weeks ago, somebody mentioned the fact that juvenile arrests drop out of the system. That's not true. In the state of Florida, I can speak for the agency that I work for, says Anonymous. A good amount of juvenile arrests are misdemeanors. Those are not typically made public when they are still in the record. Hope you all have a great weekend. Love you lots. Listen every day, says Anonymous. Thank you. Appreciate the email. One more on this. Hey, Sean, I'm behind the stream. Somebody may have mentioned this. The 9-year-old kid who's mugshot. I think the sheriff may be going the Japan route. God damn, the Japan route.
Japan.
And wanting to bring great shame on him and his family. My wife and I are extremely present with our 2 kids, and I would be mortified if one of them ended up in this position. It could only be worse if somehow his parents saw it as a badge of honor, but that would probably explain how he ended up there in the first place. Have a good one, says Jason. Thank you, Jason.
Just love, I'm like fly on the wall that Jason's typing up this email as his kids are screaming at him like, why won't you play with us, Dad?
Yeah. I mean, Jason, from what you're telling me, I'm just going off of what you're telling me here. From what you're telling me, I would find it very, very, very rare that a kid that gets attention like you're saying your kid gets would act this way. Your kid wouldn't be the 9-year-old that got arrested for pulling out a knife at school and threatening to stab people and stuff. It just doesn't generally happen that way. There are edge cases where good parents have bad kids, but mostly it is the case that the parents suck. It just happens far too often. When we come back, a clown attacks a home in the most unbelievable story I've seen all week. It's very, very terrifying, honestly. And they don't know exactly what's going on here just yet. So we're going to figure it out together, and you'll hear what happened. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic slowing down due to an accident on Florida's.
Hello.
In a Popka Vineland Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 8.
Happy Friday, everybody.
77.
Excuse me.
Report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Oh.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian
Hold
Sliders.
tight.
There's something about those soft, fluffy
Cameraman, wake up.
sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
I think cameraman is away.
Monsters in the morning for their Halloween brew bus headed to Lake.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, everybody.
Saturday, October
Happy Friday. You made it through the week. I knew you could do it. You didn't even believe in yourself.
The bus are now on sale. Special thanks to MNC Fence, Puddle Jumpers, and
Congrats, everybody. Congrats.
And Just Call Mo.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, you did it. You did it, buddy. Good morning. Lursden. Mystic Ridges barely is still making it. You still made it. Bootsy, hello. How are you? Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about this, excuse me. We're going to talk about this clown attack. I desperately need one more shot. Just one more. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's that? Oh, we're good. We are cruising now. We are cruising. Going up. Morning, Janine. Congrats, Feral Kitten. Good for you. Cheers on a Friday. That's awesome. Is the clown attack bozo? No. No, it is not. It wasn't cocaine. Okay, enough with that nonsense. It was a very reasonable, over-the-counter spray that very much gets up into the nasal area and then gets that, eventually, that post-nasal drip back there. Morning, John. Gene? Gene? I'm going to Gene you. All right, Gene good? Let's do it to it. Here we go. Mr. Predicto will tell us if we're going to have a good show today or if this is going to devolve into absolute chaos. Mr. Predicto, kind of in need of a battery replacement, if I'm honest with you, but he's still hanging on and predicting. Let's see what he says about today's show. Mr. Predicto, are we going to have a great show today?
That is a likely outcome.
Yes, 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 I feel it. I feel it.
There's definitely something in it for you.
John Wayne Gacy is a good one. Are you talking about that new show with John Wayne Gacy? I haven't seen it yet. But shocker, brace yourself. Courtney wants to watch that. Yes. I know. I'm dumbfounded as well. Just take the batteries out of your green dildo. Different types. Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing this sucker runs on like a little pea-sized battery Mr. Predicto does. And then if that doesn't work, I'll have to go to God knows what. Like maybe just... Oh, God. I forgot how loud that was. Oh. Whoa. I'm awake. I'm awake. We're good to go.
Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people.
I was all the way across the room, okay?
Actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Feral Kitten says, I'm getting Sean a frame picture of my cats at the roast and seeing if he'll put it in the studio as TNJ fan cats. I mean, it depends on how large it is, honestly. That's one of the bigger things. And then, is it visually cool and interesting enough that people will be like, hey, look at that, I like that. I mean, we can make room. Yeah, we can always boot Moses as the Seinfeld dude. What's his name? Jason Alexander? George. George, that's his name. All right, let's talk about these crazy-ass clowns, because this story is unhinged. Here we go.
All the NHL and the NBA is about to tip off. It's all right at your fingertips on the iHeart app with play-by-play podcasts and local stations where you can join the conversation.
I agree with the last caller. We got to be done with that guy.
Join the millions who are already doing it. Open the free iHeartRadio app now. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
Reese Impact windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to the
Viral Newsroom. Why listen to the same 3 songs over and over and over? Let's be honest. Let's hang out together. Let's do this thing. Learn more about the show and everybody on it over at thenewsjunkie.com. I don't know what I would do in this circumstance, but I think I would be terrified. And I want you to tell me if you think this family is overreacting, because I know that it is getting close-ish to Halloween, but it certainly is not Halloween, okay? It is not Halloween yet. And this story freaked me out. I know that. So if it happened at my house, I would be definitely reacting in a similar way. But there's a video that's going viral this weekend of these folks, this family in Virginia, and they said they were terrorized by these people, including this terrifying clown that visited their house. And it sounds like a movie or something.
It does. And 1,000% not a, we're going to fake this to go viral?
Not as far as I know. There's police investigating right now. And they said it was a break-in attempt. And it's all very crazy and scary. But let's take a look at what happened here. Here it is. This is the security footage. I guess there is some audio on this. That's Michael Myers. All right, the first person to ring the doorbell was...
Oh, hell no.
Was Michael Myers, and then he fell back into line with 2 other people in costumes. Keep in mind, it's not Halloween, okay? Why are you doing this? What's going on here?
That's super... And very brightly lit street, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I mean, there's almost some alarm bells going on here at how, like, this is framed.
Almost.
You know what I mean? Like, the framing, there's a lot of things. Okay, the family, do they answer the door? There's something not right here. It says, the story from Mediaite says, terrifying clown leads masked trio threatening to kill family in chilling Virginia break-in attempt, all right?
And there's someone in the back, too?
I don't know if there's somebody behind them, but the shot is too crisp. Celine, you have a Ring doorbell, don't you?
Yeah.
It doesn't look this clear, does it?
I don't know. I got a new one when I moved, and the new one is like...
Mine's pretty clear.
Yeah.
I will say it's this
clear?
Clear, yeah.
Okay, all right, so that's not a red flag.
I bet that thing looks like HD during the day.
Yeah, it looks pretty clear what I'm looking at now. What are you saying? Hold on, let me go back.
Worst nightmare.
Oh, they said, who is it? And he said, your worst nightmare.
All right, flag on the field.
Uh-huh.
We would have heard that person's audio.
Which one?
The person who was asking.
It was very low.
But we did. I could hear. I'll bring it back. Ready? You can hear who's there. Who is it? They said.
Worst nightmare.
Creepy, dude.
Your worst nightmare.
What the hell?
Open up.
Someone's walking behind, walking their dog.
It's either you come out or we coming in.
It's either you come out or we coming in. He's saying, what, dude?
Okay.
I don't know. Something. something is going a little sideways here. This is a real story, by the way. I'll give you some of the details real quick. It says a real-life horror movie played out on a Virginia family's doorstep. It was captured in harrowing doorbell footage that showed 3 people in creepy costumes threatening to kill them and even allegedly trying to break into their home. It was taken in Alexandria, Virginia, and the 3 are taunting the homeowners to open up and pounding on the door. The police say, so like the police were involved in this. The police say the masked suspects threatened bodily harm to the family, saying they'd kill them and demanding that they come out or they would come in. The victim, a woman named Shayla, was home with her mother, younger brother, and the family dog when it all went down.
She could hear the dog. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she told WUSA that she thought it was a Halloween prank, and she said Happy Halloween, but they didn't back off, even when she said the cops were on the way. Something's going on here. Let me see if there's
Get yourself a gun, lady.
Dude,
what?
I don't know. If I looked out and saw that, there's a clown just 3 inches from the camera at this house. Let's see. Does this guy say anything?
It's either you come out or we coming in.
Here comes the clown. It's a creepy costume. I don't like it at all.
Oh, no. Not even looking at the video anymore. Not even looking.
Act like he's serious.
Okay.
Act like he's serious. Okay, all right, I'll put this up on See It Now so you can take a look at what's going on here with their doorbell.
Go do
but
something
it is
else, idiots.
really weird and quite frightening, honestly.
Also, this is the longest Ring camera footage I've ever seen.
Another little flag.
You gotta
look,
set it.
It is there was actual reporting here from WUSA. Let me see. Let's see if we could just back this up so that we know this was legit. Yeah, okay. Here on their website, WUSA, a CBS affiliate, says
so much. We have an update on a scary situation that we first told you about last night on the news.
What do you
at
got?
11. Right now, police are trying to track down this trio. 2 nights ago, they showed up at an Alexandria home making threats, wearing Halloween masks and costumes. Well, tonight, the chief of police gave some insight into this ongoing investigation.
How are you going to
Katie
catch
Lusso
him?
has been following the case. Katie, from the first glance, you think it's a prank, but it turns out to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, initially, but this went way beyond being a joke. What these 3 did has left people across the city shaken up. Tonight, police are searching for them, and I think an important...
Good luck. What are you going to search for? The clown? You can't find these people.
Yeah, as soon as those costumes are off... How do you even know who to look for?
Yeah,
also, that was the only house in the neighborhood or the block that they did that to?
That means they know him, right? Like the people who did this obviously know whoever this young girl is who lives at this house. Okay, clown attack video. I'm putting this up over on See It Now on thenewsjunkie.com. When you get a second, take a look because it is absolutely freaky. And would definitely get your attention if that was your house and your Ring doorbell. Go check it out at thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. All right, you can join us on the show today. As always, it's easy to do with a dispatch or an email. And a lot of you are doing that. So we'll get to that here momentarily on the show. Now, one thing that I thought was interesting is I've seen more and more details about something we discussed yesterday on the show, where the governor of Illinois had reported his earnings for last year, and I guess he's a billionaire.
Yeah,
like he's a where's his money coming from? I forgot.
He's heir to the Hyatt Hotels family.
Damn, man, the governor of Illinois is heir to the Hyatt Hotel, and he has a lot of money. He's a billionaire. And he was reporting his income with his wife from last year, and among the winnings or the earnings was gambling winnings of $1.4 million. And they were pressing him about this yesterday. And the governor of Illinois was talking about how he won $1.4 million, which I think is probably shocking to people who aren't mega gamblers, rich gamblers, because this guy probably is tossing insane amounts of money out there. I mean, he's probably a really big fish who likes the excitement of gambling at some of these casinos. So maybe it's not even out of the ordinary that you would win that much. But they were asking the governor of Illinois.
Why would I go to the $10 blackjack table?
There's no rush.
Don't even get
right?
a half chub from that.
Yeah. There's no rush. He's not going to get excited about that. He probably doesn't even get excited about $1.5 million.
No,
if I'm honest
that's
with you,
chump change.
Yeah, and by the way, I see a lot of people trying to run with this politically.
Like, there are some Republicans who are trying to dunk on this guy. Honestly, you do better at pointing out the fact that he is a billionaire, pointing his finger at Trump being a billionaire,
Yeah.
You'd be better taking that angle. I think this kind of looks cool. I mean,
do you think he's that anonymous donor helping the military out?
Maybe he could be. I don't know. It would surprise me if he was trying to help the Trump administration in any way. But I think this kind of makes him look cool, if anything, because he's like some mystery gambler winning $1.5 million at blackjack. But let's see what he said.
And I've explained this, or at least we did in a statement, that I went on vacation with my wife, with some friends. I was incredibly lucky. You have to be to end up ahead, frankly, going to a casino anywhere. It was in Las Vegas, and
look at that S-eating grin.
I like to play cards.
I won!
So, that I founded a charitable poker match here in Chicago called the Chicago Poker Challenge that raises...
Buddy, you don't have to apologize for this. This is like one of the dumber things that people would get upset about. I can find 100 things to get upset about anybody for, but like, he won $1.5 million at blackjack. That seems fine. John Patrick says, why is this a story? I'll tell you why. Simply put, most people hear that somebody won $1.5 million at a casino and blackjack, and they think, what were they, like, washing money? Or, why would he win so much? Where the casino's paying him off because now he's the governor of Illinois to get access to power. Like, a lot of things like that come up. But it's erased by the fact that it's somebody who likes gambling and is a billionaire. Because if you like those things, you can spend and win that kind of money easily in Las Vegas. It just doesn't make sense to you or I, right? So I don't think it's that weird.
I wonder how much he's lost. You don't claim that in taxes?
No. Do you?
I don't know. I don't know if that would have to be on your like tax forms. Maybe it might have to be. But I think this is probably just normal for people that gamble on that sort of level. And, we'll keep it on it, but I don't think there's much left there. All right, let's go over to you. You can join us on the show with the Dispatch. A lot of people talking about the fact that Sora, the AI video generator for ChatGPT, will no longer let you make the Martin Luther King videos. They said, no, stop it. And they're going to put up more and more guardrails, so you can't just freely create things with AI. There's rules, and then rules will build on those rules. It's like if you built your own community. Let's call it Shantopia. And in Shantopia, like Petopia before it, you started with one law, like, don't steal. And you go, all right, there's only one law in this place. Then on that, you have to build and build and build and build and build. And all of a sudden, you have this complex structure of laws, and it's restrictive on a lot of people. That's what's happening with AI, because some stuff like making Martin Luther King Jr. bitch about a smoke detector or whatever is going to be seen as out of line, and you can't do this to like besmirch his whole persona and his legacy. But in this case, let's see what Twin Pro has to say about this whole change.
What's up, junkies?
Hey.
Yeah, now they got all these guardrails up, so you can't really do anything. But before they did, I had Betty White talk about how good of the D I gave her, and it was pretty great. It saved my phone. But when I posted it, a couple days after I posted it, it disappeared.
Oh, really?
But I got it. Betty White loves the D from me.
All right. Thank you, Twin Pro. Do you feel good about yourself? Why am I asking? He does. He probably does. Yeah. It's a big question.
He sent it to everybody without a doubt, right?
Probably. It's a big question. Like, what should we let people do with this? And if it was me, I wouldn't really care that much. At least not now, I don't think, because I think it's funny and interesting, and I like when people get clever with stuff, even if they were making fun of me. But it's a little different when it's like your dead relative, when it's Robin Williams, when it's Bob Ross, when it's when it's all these people whose families go, I don't find this to be clever. I don't like it at all. So it's this clashing of people's emotions, feelings, and their response to all of this, and then the creativity that you want to use in an AI world that hopefully has as few guardrails as possible. When those two clash together, how do you know what's right and what's wrong? Should there even be any guardrails to begin with, or do we need them? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over on the website. You can record your video or audio dispatch right now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. Excuse me. I think I need one more spray. Allergies getting me today.
Get it going, buddy.
I have some pretty stunning news when we come back. For those of you who are looking to, at some point, perhaps get a car, right? There's some information that you might want to know. I don't know if you're in this boat, Sabrina, but
ready. Always in that boat, looking for a car.
I have some news for you. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what's going on with John Bolton and give you the latest updates on what happened to him, the charges against John Bolton. If you're not aware of what's happening here, don't worry. You'll be filled in. You'll know everything you need to know, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
Be a beautiful end to the week. We'll be expecting.
Hello. Breaking news. Stand by.
Jessica Dobson. This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Electric rates are climbing. They have very much increased in the past 5 years, and it's not seeming to be stopping anytime soon. Every year, Floridians are paying more to keep the lights on, but getting your energy from the sun would be a lot cheaper. That's why Solar Installers of Florida is helping families take control. Their solar systems lock in energy savings, shield unpredictable bills, and deliver clean power. And when the rates go up, solar stays steady. So beat the next.
Are you following the charges against John Bolton? Yes or no?
And get a quote over the phone.
Do you not care?
And they'll knock $500 off that quote.
Hello, Alicia.
750 or visit them online at solarinstallersoflorida.com.
Are you following the John Bolton charges, or do you not care? Yes, you are. I'll tell you the latest because there's some news just breaking on that. I'll tell you what's going on, what John Bolton's response has been. Hang on, I gotta pull that up. Who? I'll tell you. He's a guy with a mustache. You know what I mean?
We'll see you at the show. As we head into the busy holiday season, now is the perfect time to invest in yourself. For 35 years, the Filatoski Eye Institute has given Central Floridians freedom from glasses and contacts. With 24-month interest-free financing, there's never been a better moment to schedule your consultation. If you're considering LASIK or cataract surgery, call today, 407-333-5111, or go online to filatoskieye.com. The Filatoski
Stand by.
Trusted, local, life-changing.
To everyone who believes in magic, let our team member Teppy tell you how we do it at Culver's.
We're not talking about card tricks or disappearing acts. This is the kind of magic that transforms real, farm-fresh dairy into world-class Wisconsin cheese. American, Swiss, and cheddar cheeses that melt perfectly onto a juicy Butterburger. We're talking about Midwest magic. It turns real Wisconsin cheddar into gooey, golden cheese curds. That same cheddar is used in our Wisconsin cheddar cheese sauce, so you can dip all your favorite snacks in rich, melty goodness that's made the Wisconsin way. It's not just about
Okay, got that.
It's about handcrafting every meal with love, because at Culver's, we want every bite to be turned into a
One last thing.
That's Midwest magic, and we can't wait to share.
Jesus, my allergies are terrible today.
Or online and come taste the magic for yourself. From Wisconsin with love.
All right, got it.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on
Sorry.
great candidates?
Gary says, care less.
When you go to ZipRecruiter, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people
Care less.
with their job search.
He doesn't even care enough to say that he couldn't care less. So Gary's level of care is so minimal that it doesn't even include the word couldn't. Only care less. Unless he thinks, perhaps Gary thinks, that John Bolton was being careless with the top secret documents. Hard to know. 1 minute, we're coming back. I said the guy with the mustache, you said Tom Selleck? No. No, John Bolton's got one of them, like, broom mustaches. It's quite a thing.
Hurry! Mattress Firms upgrade your
All right, here we go. We're coming back.
soon. See their sleep experts today to find your perfect bed from their premium selection and save big on better rest.
We'll get you all caught up on this and then move on to the next thing. Stand by.
Experts today to find your perfect bed from their premium selection and save big on better rest. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Thanks to you, thousands of teachers now have the tools they need to thrive, and their students do too.
Oh my gosh, yes. To receive the nomination, Beyond Words.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited. We really appreciate it.
That is so exciting. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, building brighter futures one classroom at a time.
I'm certain it's going to be well spent. It takes a lot of tools to make our program run.
And we're just getting started. Help keep the momentum going and nominate a teacher who's made a difference in your life at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world.
To have you on board, and you could join the show at any point in time. It's super easy for you to do. All you have to do is send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. What's a dispatch, you say? It's just your thoughts. Record them, video or audio dispatches. Send them and get on the show at thenewsjunkie.com. This is kind of stunning. And I'll get into the John Bolton stuff just because that's like a headline that's floating around out there. I'll explain what's happening, get to the reaction, and blast through it so you know what's going on. But one thing that caught my attention was you start to think about the financial situation for a lot of younger people in the United States of America. And I know there's like a boomers versus zoomers thing here, but like let's take a look at this and be real for a second. One thing that comes to mind is if you're a younger person and you're trying to get into the world of home ownership, it's hard because home prices are expensive, and they're more expensive as related to the average income than they have been probably ever in history. It's very hard for people to get the amount of money if they don't have high-paying jobs to put down the down payment to then be able to own something that they can pass on as legacy wealth to their kids and such.
Preach.
And it's expensive. Like even if you go around most neighborhoods, even the crappiest house might be $200,000 plus.
Depending on what neighborhood. I always look it up, especially within, I don't know, half a mile radius of my house. If I see the for sale sign, immediately I am pulling over to the side and putting my car in park and then searching to see what they're selling it for. And there's a house there that needs a lot of work. Great square footage, but needs a lot of work. Still asking for $500,000.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes. You'll see something that looks like, it's infested with bugs and will blow over in a breeze, and they'll go, it could be yours for the real nice price of $300,000. And you go, wait, hold on, what?
Yeah,
what's going on here? The stuff is expensive. And the story that I saw, WPTV had this for those of you who follow, and they said that for the first time ever, new car prices, the average price for a new car has passed $50,000.
No way.
Think about that for a second. The average price for a new car for the first time ever has crossed $50,000, meaning anybody who goes in and just says, I got to get something new, I got to finance or buy a new car, the average person with one of those transactions is paying $50,000.
Are people actually still doing that then? Or
some
car dealerships very much struggling because no one can afford that?
I don't know how much they're struggling. I think they seem to be still floating along, and people are willing to pay this money, but it's become the second investment underneath your house, and it's not that far away these days. You know, like it used to be when I was younger. I hate to do it back in my day, but it used to be that when I was younger, if you were going to get a brand new car and you were paying $50,000, you were getting a nice car. $50,000 for a car.
That's a Benz for sure back in
the
day.
90s, it was a beautiful vehicle. It was like fully outfitted and equipped, had all of the bells and all of the whistles. And now it's just the average car, $50,000. Kelley Blue Book attributes the price surge to several factors, including rising auto tariffs, an increased mix of luxury vehicles, and higher costs for electric vehicles. Much of this comes from the people are just building more expensive cars, and they don't do the cheap ones that they did. I used to always talk about on this show when I was growing up, they had like Kia and Saturn and stuff would have buy one, get one free deals.
Yep. I do remember
on
that.
Cars.
What are you supposed to do with that second car?
Well, I'd be like, why not? Yeah, I'm getting a car. I might as well get one free, I guess. And that's the kind of stuff you would do. There were cars at the time, as I recall, that would be about $10,000 to $12,000 for a new car. It wasn't the nicest new car, but it was super affordable. And that low end does not seem to be there nearly as much as it used to, with the average new car price topping $50,000 for the first time ever. And if you've been out there shopping for new cars recently, let us know your experience. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, over to John Bolton real quick. If you don't know who he is,
Michael
John
Bolton's cousin, I believe.
He may be a distant cousin. I don't believe so. But he does have a fantastic mustache, known for his mustache and the fact that he was the ambassador to the United Nations from 2005 to 2006 and the national security advisor for a little while during the first Trump administration. John Bolton, though, now finds himself hit with some charges via, Trump's Justice Department. And here's where we could start real quick before we talk about what happened here. But a reporter asked Trump about this. Here was the instant reaction. Let's listen.
Just indicted by a grand jury in Maryland. Do you have a reaction to that?
I didn't know that. You told me for the first time, but I think he's, a bad person. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's too bad, but that's the way it goes.
The case against him?
That's the way it goes, right? That's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
Reviewed the case against him?
No, I haven't. But I just think he's a bad person. Okay, anybody?
She said, have you reviewed the case against him? And he goes, no, I just think he's a bad person.
Okay.
He's not on good terms with John Bolton. He didn't like John Bolton writing a book about his time in the Trump administration, which I believe was called, I think it was from Hamilton. I think it was called The Room Where It Happened or something.
Oh.
I think he named it after that, but I'm not positive. I believe it was called In the Room When It Happened or The Room When It Happened. You'll be able to find it, Sealand. Let me know. But the story is a federal grand jury.
Happened.
There, okay. See, The Room Where It Happened by John Bolton was the book that really started to cause a rift between the two. A federal grand jury indicted former National Security Advisor John Bolton on Thursday, making him the third critic of the president to face criminal charges in recent weeks. Bolton was indicted in federal court in Maryland, where he lives and where prosecutors have been investigating whether he improperly retained classified materials following his acrimonious departure from the first Trump administration. Now, for his part, he has a response to this, and John Bolton says, hang on, let me make this a little bigger. It's very old man-like how his statement is done here. But for 4 decades, John Bolton says, I have devoted my life to America's foreign policy and national security. By the way, he's charged with sending top secret information to people he shouldn't have, which were his family members. And then his email ended up getting hacked by the Iranians, getting access to all this top secret info he wasn't supposed to have. So he says, I would never compromise these goals. I devoted my life to America's foreign policy and national security. I tried to do that during my tenure in the first Trump administration, but resigned when it became impossible to do so. Now I've been the latest target in weaponizing the Justice Department. He says, my book was reviewed and approved by the appropriate experienced career clearance officials. When my email was hacked in 2021, the FBI was made fully aware. In 4 years of the prior administration, after these reviews, no charges were ever filed. Then came Trump. 2, who embodies Stalin's head of secret police. He says, "You show me the man, I'll show you the crime." These charges are not just about his focus on me or my diaries, but his intensive effort to intimidate his opponents, he says. "I look forward to the fight and to defend my lawful conduct and to expose his abuse of power," says the mustache man, John Bolton. He has pled not guilty to 18 criminal charges of mishandling classified materials as of just moments ago. So you'll hear that out there just in case you hear it. Now you know what they're talking about in the world of Mr. Mustache John Bolton himself. Somebody is responding to a story we talked about this week, which was about these big-ass iguanas, and they caught one of them. The cops did. And I don't know where this thing came from, but it was probably 4 feet long. Abandoned Dodge, or Doge, perhaps, says they had an experience just like this. Let's listen in.
Hey, guys. Podcast listener here, so I'm a little late. I remember growing up in the islands, we used to have iguanas of all kinds of sizes. And I remember as a young man trying to catch a 7-foot iguana and regretting it. That thing will whip you, and you will be feeling that for a while. I remember having marks on my back because once you think you have it, that tail goes to whipping. You
got to watch
make
out.
You pay for it.
I'll tell you, when I was little, we didn't have the iguanas by our house, but we had the little, like, anole lizards, the little yard lizards. And because I was a bumpkin out in the acreage in Royal Palm Beach, Florida, we used to take them and you squeeze the side of them and they would open their mouth like a dinosaur. And then you could clip them on your earlobes.
Yeah.
And then you could put the lizards on your earlobes and kind of walk around hanging out and
look cool.
Cool. Yeah. Just, ladies falling out of the sky trying to get near you levels of cool. But with a regular iguana, it's not only the bite, which is a way worse bite.
But that whip.
Yeah, you got to, the one we saw yesterday on the show, it's up on See It Now if you want to take a look. That one, I think, had like a 3-foot tail, 2.5-foot tail. So just imagine, thick too in some parts. Just imagine whipping that like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's nothing to laugh at.
Very much would hurt. I do wonder, and maybe there's some iguana experts, but an iguana that big has lived a very long time, or it was just
think.
like the biggest of the litter is wrong
Let's
word.
see. Let me ask real quick here. TNJ AI. How long do you think they live? That's the thing I don't understand.
I mean, they can become icicles.
Let's see. How long do?
Hey there.
Oh, I'm sorry. How long do iguanas live? Uh-oh. I knew I broke it.
Why didn't you just say, hey, back and how are you?
No, I've got a new problem where when I hit to start talking to TNJ AI, it connects to my phone and it like breaks the whole thing. I don't know why it does that. I don't know how to stop that from happening. Tell me how long do iguanas live?
Iguanas usually live about 10 to 20 years in the wild.
Whoa.
Iguanas can live quite a long time, especially in captivity. With proper care, some can live over 20 years. Their lifespan can vary depending on factors like diet, environment, and healthcare.
Yeah, they said sometimes even reaching 30 years old. So this one must have been old, that big giant iguana that you see there.
Damn.
Jameson emails the show and says, I've heard from people that iguanas taste like crab. They're called the chicken of the trees by some iguana hunters. Everybody chiming in on that from the show yesterday.
If they taste like crab, why would they call it chicken?
True, because it should be the crab of the trees, but maybe not
crab
quite as catchy.
I think that's pubic lice.
We want to see what you think about this and more. Let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Kurt says on YouTube, I've never bought a new car in my life, and I probably never will. My 2001 Camry is still going strong with over 240,000 miles.
Damn.
That's pretty good right there. I'm getting ready to sell it to hop to a 2002. He's upgrading from a 2001 to a 2002. A 2002 RX 300 with half the miles, he says. There you go. Congrats. Anybody got more than that? Over 240,000 miles? That's a lot.
Oh, my friend Martin, back in his home in Chile, he had a Dodge Ram, diesel.
Yeah.
Hit 1 million miles. And they sent him a badge that he could put on the car because it's a whole thing.
Yeah, and in other countries like Cuba and a lot of countries where they don't really get new cars as much, some of the cars they just fix, and then they get up to millions of miles, which is just crazy to think of. But if you want a new one here in the US of A, the average price is now over $50,000. We'll see what you think about that and everything else. So we roll on a Friday. All that and more. Plus, an update on those flags found in the congressional offices. An interesting twist coming into play. And I don't quite understand it, but we're going to go over this together because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The ramp is blocked from the Beach Line eastbound I-95 southbound. 2 right lanes are blocked on 429 northbound at John Land Apopka Expressway. It's stop and go due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound. Approaching that Hancock Road exit on I-4, you're going to run into some familiar delays through that amusement park area. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now's your chance to win them for free. How do you do that? You text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Hello. Boy, I am dying today. I don't know if anybody saw this, but a fun video to watch this weekend is hackers in San Francisco, I guess. I believe it was in San Francisco. They took control of 50 Waymos, which are the fully automated vehicles like robo-taxis in San Francisco, and they put them all in one road, causing a massive 50-car Waymo pileup traffic jam in this city. The hackers are continuing to go after those Waymos. And when we come back, that flag, and I believe his name is Dave Taylor, Congressional Representative Dave Taylor, the flag that was in his office that in a Zoom meeting looked to have like a swastika on the flag itself, a huge twist in that story coming up. Nicole says, I'm just here for This Week in Florida. You'll be catching up on that in 1 hour. 1 hour. What do we think, chat? Do we think we're going to see any violence, rioting, any violence like that at these No Kings protests this weekend? They're expecting a turnout on like record levels. And it'll be in mostly major cities in the United States. It'll be small crowds if it's not like, you know, some big city like LA or New York or Chicago or Boston or well, maybe not as much Miami, but not St. Louis really, Seattle, Portland. There'll be big protests in those cities. Do we think that we're going to see any chaos? Do we think we're going to see chaos? Damn, Angela says she got a 2012 Kia Sorento with 200,000 miles. That's a lot. Is there going to be one in downtown Orlando and a gay pride march this weekend? Why is there a gay pride? Is there a pride thing going on again? Is there another one? I hope, but there are usually always troublemakers. I'll be there most likely. I went to the first No Kings Day. It was inspiring. It's going to be all the same people. You know that, right? Like, It's just a new name and a new brand, and it's the No Kings protest. It's just Democrats who don't like Trump, who are the new cause is No Kings. All right, we're coming back. But will there be violence or chaos? We'll find out.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The game of magnets. Taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
And you can learn more about the show, myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane over at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to follow everybody, do that too over at thenewsjunkie.com/share. All right, one of the stories we talked about yesterday has an update, and it's sort of a weird one, but I find it to be interesting. If you didn't hear this, there was this elected official, and his name is Dave Taylor. And Dave Taylor is a Republican, and there was somebody in his office doing an interview on Zoom, and they go, hey, not for nothing, but why is there a swastika in the background of you?
Pete.
And the story blew up, and this guy goes, hey, I don't know where this came from. We want an investigation done. We think somebody planted these in our office. And now there's a twist on this story of these American flags that had this swastika in it, right? Because immediately everybody's like, well, of course they do. Everybody, I say. People who are very political and to the left of the political spectrum were like, well, of course, this is who these people are. That's why we say this all the time. So of course they had that flag. And of course they were proudly displaying it in their office. I said, well, hang on, let's figure out what happened here. This is kind of interesting. It says multiple sources tell Fox that what appeared to be a swastika flag in Representative Dave Taylor's office might actually be an American flag with a hidden pattern visible only on camera. An optical illusion.
What?
Similar to flags quietly delivered to dozens of congressional offices now under investigation.
No way.
They're saying there was a group that sent these flags to dozens of congressional offices, including this guy Taylor, but other politicians in Washington as well. And they're saying that there's like a trick that it does this when you catch it on video, but it's an optical illusion that you somehow can't see in person.
That is the first I've heard of that.
So we're talking like similar to if you have a check, which for the kids, it used to be this piece of paper that you wrote on that would tell banks to give people money. Mm-hmm. But they usually had these features in them to keep them from being photocopied. And it was like little dots that once you copied it on a copier, text would show up that would tell you, like, this is a photocopy, this is not an original document.
Yeah.
So we're talking that, but for video?
I don't know. I've not seen a trick like that personally. I'm not saying it can't exist, but I've not seen a trick where you look at something and you say, like, that looks like an American flag, and then if you have it on video, now it changes it up in a way where it looks like a swastika. I've never seen that. It could be that that's what's happening here, and that would kind of make more sense.
Man,
but
somebody on the texting service yesterday was like, they're going to say it's a video artifact. And I was like, it seems like a stretch, but that's
it's
happening.
a creative reason.
Here's what the story says. It says the flag was, by the way, some of you are no answer is going to be okay for you. Some of you are so hyped and so out of it that no answer will ever be okay with you, no matter what it is. You'll say, like, no, it was what I thought it was, which is
if somebody did this, which is why they did it to begin with. But I digress. The flag was spotted Wednesday in a photo of a staffer's desk in Taylor's office, prompting a vandalism investigation by U.S. Capitol Police. One thing I'd like to see is somebody like holding the flag in person, like or some photos and stuff of like how this can look different. Sources, including those investigating the issue, said the American flag had a swastika embedded into the ink or weaving, making it hard to see with the naked eye, which sounds kind of like what Celine was just saying. It was embedded into the ink or weaving, making it hard to see with the naked eye. However, when captured on video or in a still image, the symbol becomes clear. One described the alleged manufacturing tactic as an optical illusion. It was easy to miss. The flag was seemingly one of many dropped off at dozens of congressional offices earlier in the year by an undetermined group. Well, figure out who that group was. You know, where did these come from? Who dropped these off to begin with? Where did this all start?
They're also saying one staffer said the swastika on their flag from this earlier distribution was very clear, so they tossed it out.
Yes, somebody did say that. Yeah, and they said the other sources noted the flag in the office of Taylor was not visible until captured on camera. So I don't know if there were different ones or what. This is the update that I've heard on this, and I do find it interesting at the very least. I still don't know that I've ever seen any kind of little trick like that. So if there's something else like this, send it over. Let me know. I'd like to investigate over at tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
I mean, wouldn't we just have to see it in person by virtue of
maybe
the optical illusion? Like any picture that you send us of something like this is just going to look like a flag with a swastika on it?
Yeah, because they said a photo or a video just does that, but to the naked eye, you can't just naturally see it like that.
Send us the link where you can purchase it. And what does that affect?
I don't even know if you can just buy these. I don't know if they custom made these or something. The biggest thing would be find the group. Who's the group that sent these to these congressional offices to begin with? That would be the interesting thing. And maybe they'll figure that out. The Capitol Police are investigating, so it will be interesting.
Someone posted about the Moire, M-O-I-R-E with an accent mark.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the pattern in which you can't see it naked eye, but upon video, and especially what type of video in 2025 is when it pops out.
I mean, but to what we were talking about here, like, this is impossible for us to prove because we can't. Yeah. Like, all of us have to go in person to the office and be like, oh, son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Look, it seems like a really hard hurdle to get over to show the other side of this.
Also, they're just groups just handing out flags like that. Like, here's a flag to put in your office because you're such a patriot. Like, somebody said, hey, Celine, here's a flag for you to put in your booth. I'd be like,
I already have 15,000.
Here's the story, and you can say this is nonsense, whatever. But the story is obviously that they're suggesting there was some sort of activist group who purposely sent these to a bunch of offices. I'll guess that the offices they were sent to were probably Republicans, and they wanted them to get mixed up in their offices. They wanted something like this to happen that eventually would be noticed. And then when it was noticed, then a good portion of people, maybe even you, some people screaming at their radios right now, would just believe no matter what that this was a nefarious thing, being the point of the mission to begin with, right? That's the entire idea, because a lot of people are easy to trick with this kind of stuff. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know what's really happening here, but I'm legitimately trying to figure out and sort out what's going down. So
somebody on the texting service nailed it, says it's just a camera. It adds 10 pounds and one swastika.
That could be true. None of the American flags I've seen around me have done that, but they're investigating. The Capitol Police are going to have a report on this. We'll see what they say. Though, of course, will you even believe that? We'll find out. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see. Oh, somebody wants to say thank you. How about that? Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hi, Sean, Sabrina, and Celine. Happy weekend. This is Paul. First off, let me start by saying thank you for the mailbox money. I received my Facebook class action settlement at the beginning of the week. It was about $40, but I'll take it. Secondly, my mother
still waiting, Facebook.
Oh, you didn't get yours?
Still waiting.
But by the way, when somebody says mailbox money, if you're new to the show, we tell you all the time when there's money out there that you can claim. It's all these class action things that everybody doesn't do. And just keep doing it. And then eventually you'll just randomly get money in your mailbox. And that's what happened to him. He said, secondly, my mother just bought a brand new 2026 Chevy Equinox. It was about $35,000 without any discounts or trade-ins. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Paul. I think I have heard that Equinox might be one of the cheapest cars out there right now. He's referring to the story we did where the average car right now costs $50,000. And now, I mean, that's hard to get. If you're some young kid, you just turned 18 or something, you're going to have to stay in that world of used cars for quite some time until the market balances out. But yeah, I think the Chevy Equinox was a cheaper one that we talked about previously. Here's somebody who says, I'd like to be anonymous. 2 tips at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm a podcast listener, so I'm a little bit behind, but I heard you talk about the North Carolina boat incident where the guy was offloading about 100 White Claws out of his boat. Yeah, that was the dude who was allegedly drunk, and he ran into some people and then hid all the White Claws that they were drinking so that they wouldn't be there when the cops came. The family that was hit is my family, Anonymous says. I don't want to read all these because he wants to be anonymous. I wanted to write in because the scumbag that hit them actually has 2 priors. One DUI and another was felony hit and run where he almost killed a motorcyclist and he bonded out of jail for $15,000. That case is still pending. The person who, an owner of the boat, is also a piece of ass. She's apparently a former combat nurse and stated that she was there helping the people they hit, but she lied about that in order to get her bond lowered. Bear with me because I have to be careful because there's so much identifying stuff in this that'll show exactly who this is. Anyways, since I'm close to that story, I thought I would share some additional details. Keep up the work. Love you guys, says Anonymous. Thank you. I wish your family well. That seemed brutal. They said that they hit these people so hard with this boat that it like destroyed the boat, and that this guy afterwards was like sinking all of his White Claws so that, you know, you didn't know that he was drinking. And what a terrible situation if this guy already had 2 priors. It just shows you like there's so much catch and release going on that could protect a lot of people like your family from situations like this. So thank you, Anonymous, for the email. Yours could be next. Email the show at any time, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that right up on top. And if you want to send us a dispatch, you can go to the website, go to thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see where you can send a video, audio, or even photo. If you just want to send us a picture of something that we could talk about, send your dispatch right now on the website. That's at thenewsjunkie.com. Okay. A lot of people talking about the protests that are going down this weekend, so we'll discuss that a little bit. People are wondering if these are going to spiral out of control. There's supposed to be big crowds in some of the bigger cities out there for these No Kings protests. Pretty sure most larger cities, if you're in one, they're going to have something like this. But is it going to be just a totally peaceful thing, or is it going to get a little bit wild? Nobody knows until we see what happens this weekend. We'll take your thoughts on that too. But when we come back, an absolute medical miracle. And I love these stories. I want to see what you think about this. I'll give you this amazing story that will definitely brighten your weekend. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I mean, Ferrari was always my first love because of Tom Selleck. My next door neighbor in Green Bay had that Ferrari.
That
and let me lay on it and take a photo.
Really?
Oh,
boy. Where's that?
How old were you? I was like 14.
Okay, 14.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The traffic lights are working incorrectly on U.S. Highway 1 at destination Daytona Lane. That's causing some backups, even some off-ramp backup from I-95 northbound. I-4 through the city, traffic starting to slow down. You're going to run into some familiar delays through that amusement park area. It's stop and go on Florida's Turnpike northbound, just past Oakland Exchange there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
One of my favorite things about That Mortgage Guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com is the fact that he's part of the Real Radio family. That's right. Every Saturday morning, you can tune into the Home Loans Radio Show and get your questions answered live on the air. Don and his crew, they're pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business, explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. And when you're making big life decisions like refinancing or buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, or maybe even starting a business, you got to work with someone who's got your back. And that's That Mortgage Guy Don. So tune into the Home Loans Radio Show every Saturday morning and get the process started today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
In a Greenway Kia.
For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. With 3 convenient locations and one of the area's largest inventories, we deliver the selection and savings other dealers can't. And during the Kia Fall Savings event, you can save thousands. So if you're in the market for a new Kia, visit Greenway Kias and discover one of the area's largest selections online. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Do you know Mahatma rice? A staple in our kitchens for generations. It's now easier than ever with delicious recipes like cilantro and lime and all the homemade taste we love. It's ready in only 90 seconds. Perfect at home, at work, or on the go. Mahatma rice feels like home.
Get ready to crank it up. Oktoberfest is taking over Orlando Harley-Davidson October 16th through the 19th. 4 days of nonstop action, daily entertainment, live music, and kicking it off with a free hog roast. You can cool off at the Bikini Bike Wash, vendors throughout the parking lot, and roll into the largest new and pre-owned inventory in the state of Florida. The music's loud, the food is hot, the drinks are cold, and the throttle is wide open. Get all the details at OrlandoHarley.com. We'll see you at Hogtoberfest 2025, October 16th through the 19th, right off I-4. We're ready. Are you?
On CW18, the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue.
Absolute chaos. My heart is pounding right now.
The title is up for the taking.
Survival is what it's all about in the playoffs.
And nobody
Contact made hard. Timbers are flaring.
is going down without a fight.
These guys are out of control.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue live from Talladega, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18.
We're following several breaking stories tonight.
WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18.
I'm Michelle Imparato.
And I'm Jesse Pagan.
Covering breaking news across Central Florida, bringing you the latest facts to keep you informed.
New details are coming into the newsroom right now.
And preparing you for what's ahead.
Strong to severe storms moving in.
Michelle Imparato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus.
Hello. Looking up those moire patterns. Very interesting stuff. Like what you can do with optical illusions and lines and cameras. Super interesting. We don't know what that is. Illinois will Jesus and his fish to help those in Illinois. What does that even mean? I thought the new SNAP rules were rolling out already. No, the new SNAP rules. Well, what do you mean? Do you mean the new SNAP rules on what you could purchase, or do you mean the government shutdown impact on SNAP? The government shutdown impact on SNAP is not supposed to be seen until possibly November.
Your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal.
1 minute. We're coming back live.
Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes.
All you guys driving German cars. Unbelievable. You gotta drive an American car like... I don't have an American car. I have a German car and a South Korean car. Unbelievable. I know. We're coming back.
podcasts, we'll uncover how politics, AI, and the future of our species all emerge from our brains. Why does time stretch? Why does nostalgia ache? How do memory glitches, culture, and technology shape who we are? If you're ready to discover more about yourself and understand the world around you, open your free iHeartRadio app, search Inner Cosmos, and listen now.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
Hear about this medical breakthrough that will probably brighten your weekend, I think. It's actually some good news amidst all the muck, and we'll get into that momentarily. We're also going to talk about, in just a bit on the show, another way, a secret way that Uber drivers are making more money, and it's why they're taking longer to get to you. And
is it really?
Yeah.
I read about this yesterday, and I found it kind of interesting that they're going this route. But is it really affecting, like, are they doing it while they're in between rides?
They're doing it during their rides. Well, it's a little complicated. I'll explain in a moment this secret way Uber drivers are making money that may be slowing them down with your orders or to come pick you up. But right now, a medical
it did
miracle.
not affect the speed of our Chick-fil-A getting here.
No.
Rapid fast. Oh my
that
gosh!
person, I think, was just waiting for me to put the order in.
The only thing freakier, faster than Jimmy John's is.
By the way, just for the record, and good for them. Did you guys tip them well? Did you give them a little extra? Yeah. By the way, I was looking at, because of the story about that congressional office with the flag that when they were doing the Zoom call had a swastika on it. And then the response was that, hey, there was a bunch of these sent to like 12 or so different offices. Some of them were thrown out. Some of them, the people were like, okay, let's hang them up or whatever. And I started looking into that Moire or whatever, this way to like hide things in designs. It's so interesting. Like, this is what it would look like normal. And then when you see it through a camera, it like reveals hidden things that are in the design itself that aren't like apparent to the naked eye. It's very weird. It's called MOIRE with an apostrophe on it.
Marie.
So More, something like that. Shape More. We're going to follow what's going on with that whole investigation about the flags and see what we figure out along the way. It's an interesting story for the moment. All right, now to the medical miracle. Let's go to that because this is absolutely astonishing. There is a young girl, just 3 years old. Her name is Sandy, and this young girl was born deaf. She was unfortunately born deaf.
Sandy.
C-Lane at realradio.fm, C-L-A-N-E at realradio.fm.
Who's going to be offended?
Don't send a voice memo.
Who's going to be offended?
A 3-year-old girl who underwent a breakthrough gene therapy treatment. You know, some people are against these gene therapy treatments and breakthroughs that are going on, but I can't be. All right, hearing news like this, I can't be. I think we're making things better. I don't care if you think we're playing God. I think we're making things better when we can take a 3-year-old who is deaf and make them hear. And that's what we did.
Oh, I was hoping it would be something different. It would be a real game changer if they're like, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest medical breakthrough. We have taken this 3-year-old deaf girl, and through the miracle of gene therapy, she has grown a penis.
No,
she still can't hear, but she's got a really big one.
Opal Sandy, I guess is this person's name, made history in 2023 when at 11 months old, she became the youngest patient in the world to get gene therapy. And they gave her an injection that many people were upset about right in her ear. a breakthrough treatment for the deafness she was born with due to mutations in one of her genes that she inherited. A gene therapy treatment. It was a 15-minute procedure during which she was under anesthesia, delivered a working copy of the gene into her right cochlea, the hollow and spiral tube in your ear. So they like injected the correct version of the gene in this infant's ear and were hoping that it would take hold. So when they did this, they all of a sudden, 2 years later, discovered she can now hear normally.
Wow.
That is crazy.
That's
to me.
awesome. But also, you know, they did pick the they picked the disability that has the most blowback on things like this. I feel like the deaf community is the one that more so than any of the others says like, "Oh no, you shouldn't get the cochlear implant. We're deaf. We're proud."
Yeah, autism too. The autism community does that too. Like we don't need to cure autism. We need. I find those movements to be probably motivated by people with decent motivations and pushed by people with decent motivations. But it's like, come on, if we can make a little kid hear, why wouldn't we make them hear? Why would like just for the safety of it all? You know, like,
poor blind kids.
My God, that's next.
What about us?
That's next. This child was born. They put the new gene, injected it, the correct gene, into her cochlea, and then bam, just like that, they said within a couple of years, her hearing was completely and totally normal. Pretty astounding, amazing, and just one of those things that's this world that we're living in right now. And as you think about that, if your Uber is taking a while, let me pay off the other thing we were discussing. If your wait time for an Uber, this is according to Morning Brew, seems longer than usual, perhaps your driver is in a parking lot, uploading a Spanish language menu as part of the new digital tasks program that Uber has announced. It pays your Uber drivers to train their AI models. As part of a pilot program, Uber drivers are now able to opt in and earn extra money on their phones between trips. It will ask them on their Uber driver app to record audio in certain languages or accents, to enter documents in different languages, like uploading a menu can make them an extra $1. So your Uber driver is like taking a picture of the menu, the Spanish menu is uploading and stuff.
Does it have to be their original content? I mean, can't they just go on a Yelp page for a restaurant in Mexico?
Probably could. It's just a train AI.
Yeah.
It could be the same thing. Or submitting specific photos is something that will distract your Uber driver to make a couple extra bucks. The new program is in support of Uber AI Solutions, which is expanding. And they said it will not be used, they assure us, to develop driverless vehicles. This move could allow Uber to become a bigger AI player.
They're assuring the drivers that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we promise.
They're like, we promise drivers, we're still going to need you until we don't.
You're not training your replacement, I swear, all right? But with the point being, like, you order Chinese and you go, well, why is it taking so long? Why is the driver still at the restaurant?
Because he's busy doing Uber's version of Mechanical Turks.
Yeah, little tasks that make additional money for the company or for the driver in this case. That's what these people are up to. It's kind of interesting. I don't blame the drivers. They're out there grinding, trying to make a couple of bucks here or there. That seems fine. But let us know what you think. And if that bothers you, or if you think it's a good idea, Uber drivers, let us know. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Let's see. We can work in a couple of emails very quickly. This is Anonymous, who says, hello, News Junkie crew. Well, hello, Anonymous. Thank you for emailing. I have a friend who works for a large authorized cell phone seller in our state and who's interested in becoming a whistleblower to expose some serious concerns of potential fraud happening there. Here's what's happening. A customer comes into the store looking to upgrade or change their current cell phone plan. The store offers a better monthly bill compared to what they currently pay. However, they end up adding phantom lines to the plan without the customer's knowledge or consent. The customer believes they're getting a good deal, but they're actually paying for multiple lines they'll never use or know about. It seems like the leadership is perfectly okay with this tactic, even encouraging them to commit these acts. It feels pretty similar to the Wells Fargo scandal. I was just going to say that, where fake accounts are opened without customers' knowledge. Check your bills. If you have phone lines that you don't recognize, cancel them. Thank you all, says Anonymous. I've not seen that. But if you have experience with that, do let us know. Same email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I know for sure you're right about the Wells Fargo thing. Wells Fargo wanted to boost their numbers of accounts so that they could make the stock value go up and that investors would think the company was doing better. So they said, we added 20,000 new accounts, 400,000 new accounts, millions and millions and millions of new accounts. And what they would do is they did this to me. I was one of the people. I went in and I was just getting into town and I wanted to set up a bank account. And I was going to set up a business bank account. And when I went to Wells Fargo, they go, we need you to set up a personal bank account if you want a business bank account. And I go, okay. And then they're like, we're also going to set up a third bank account for you. Don't worry, you don't really have to mess with it. And I'm like, why? I don't want that. And they're like, no, it's our policy. We need you to have, because you're a new customer, we need you to do this. Now, I only wanted one business account, and they gave me 3 accounts that were just sitting there.
You're account king.
They were doing this because then they could go to the investors and go, look how many new accounts we opened. They got 3 out of me instead of 1. If they do that with every customer, you got millions and millions and millions of fake accounts.
That's dumb.
So I guess they're kind of doing this, according to Anonymous here, with phones. Give us your thoughts if you know anything about this. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Very exciting news for C-Lane, I think, and others. A sitcom house is up for sale, including that big, girthy dock. According to reports, Snoop Dogg is crip-walking back on his controversial comments about the gays and putting the Alizzle to the home Izzles. Plus, Timothy Chalamet has officially become the first We Got recipient. We'll figure out what that is and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's the Orlando Shine Show with Brendan and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And we're expecting a very Friday-like forecast with temperatures that will be hovering right around the low and middle 80s. Plan for a high of around 84 degrees today in Orlando. A good amount of sunshine, too. We'll stay rain-free today and into much of the weekend. It won't be until Monday that we have our next round of rain, but so far it's only looking like around a 20% chance. Enjoy the low humidity and sunshine for this weekend, though. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
When the next hurricane comes our way, power lines will probably go down. Again, neighbors will sit in the dark waiting for the grid to come back, but with a solar system and battery backup from Solar Installers of Florida, your lights will stay on. The fridge stays cold, your family safe and comfortable. AC blowing, which is very important here in Florida. Solar Installers of Florida, they design solar systems built for Florida homes, complete with that battery backup, meaning lower bills all year long and reliable power when storms roll through. While others wait for the utility company to come and fix everything, your home keeps running. Don't wait until the storm is on the radar. Call Solar Installers of Florida today. Call them at 407-777-5050. You tell them C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you, you'll save even more money. 407-777-5050 or visit them online at solarinstallersofflorida.com.
As we head into the busy holiday season, now is the perfect time to invest in yourself. For 35 years, the Filatowski Eye Institute has given Central Floridians freedom from glasses and contacts. With 24-month interest-free financing, there's never been a better moment to schedule your consultation. If you're considering LASIK or cataract surgery, call today. 407-333-5111 or go online to filatowskieye.com. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Brought to you by FDOT.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the mountain man who opened up the American West, Jedediah Smith. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
The Roast event, the Roast of Sean Wasson, that's me. Coming up in less than 2 weeks, that's right. It's going down on October 30th, and it's not only going to be spooky, it's going to be hilarious and fully uncensored and filmed for a special, and you could be there. All the details you might need are on the website right now over at thenewsjunkie.com. Super easy for you to get to it. And go check out everything you need to know about the big roast event coming up in less than 2 weeks over at thenewsjunkie.com. Real quick before we get into the next episode, let's see here. Nick emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. He said, T-Mobile added a line to my phone. When I got a new phone for no reason in 2019, I finally found it this year. They owed me over $1,000 for this. One person on the phone told me I would be getting the money back, and then they supposedly investigated and told me they were only going to give me $329 because supposedly somebody told me that I needed to cancel it, which I was never talked to about. So he's talking about the person who said they were a whistleblower earlier with cell phone plans trying to add a whole bunch of extra information or lines, I guess, to your plans, which is not unheard of, as we said, because Wells Fargo had done that at one point in time. It's very, very odd, but could be like some sort of strategy that they're deploying. If you know anything more about that, join us on the email side or the dispatch side of the show. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I saw the teacher's boobs.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and the Home Loans Radio Show. You can tune in every single weekend, get your questions answered live on the air, because Don is pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. Why, you ask? Because there's something behind that curtain. And it's ease of a very often confusing process. He is looking out for you. He's got your back. And it's time to put money back in your pocket where it belongs. Get the process started today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 28 years ago, 1997. This guy right here, there are two people on the song. It is the first person who sings.
It was a clear black night, a clear white night.
Warren G.
Warren G is right. Point for Sean. And it was
I
on
said
this...
Warren G, but my microphone was off.
Okay.
Loser.
I know.
I'm going to restart that. And the person in this song...
Warren G. Warren G.
C-Lane with the point.
No.
C-Lane now in the lead for the big prize at the end of the year. 28 years ago, 1997, Warren G regulated...
I give back my point.
On Garth Brooks with a lawsuit alleging that Garth had infringed upon the rapper's trademark Circle G logo. You guys remember this? I bring it up every year. Eventually, though, they reached a settlement allowing, and can you believe it? Both of them could use the letter G as their logo.
Wow.
And peace was brought upon all the land.
I think
as easy as that.
I associate it more with Garth Brooks than Warren G, I think.
Oh, okay. That's one way to do it. I mean,
can I say something completely and totally uncontroversial?
I feel like it's controversial.
Warren G is one of the worst rappers of all time. He's just bad.
Thoughts on Ace Frehley as rock star?
I don't want to speak ill of the dead. No.
Are we sure Warren G's not dead?
I could check. You go ahead. Let's see. He's alive.
And super dead, not Ace. Because he died this week, and may he rest in peace. It is
fatality.
Been said across the land, Kiss legend Ace Frehley has passed away, 74 years old. Grim Reaper got a quota for this quarter, does he not? He had been hospitalized with a brain bleed after suffering a fall a few weeks ago. Once again, a celebrity dying via head injury.
Oh, man.
Family took him off the life support, and they said, no, it's up to you in the big sky stage. Rest in peace. He was the lead guitarist and spaceman of the band Kiss, and its inception, on what year? And what year? What year was it that Kiss started?
1972.
No.
I feel like I'm very close. I'm very
not going to
close.
say anything. I'm not going to use any physical reactions.
1971.
73, baby.
Oh, points.
So many points.
Unbelievable.
He also made 2 albums in the 1980s with his own band called Frehley's Comet. Released his final solo album, 10,000 Volts. Yow! Last year, 0 volts were used to bring him back. Congratulations to, and rest in peace, Ace. Rock and roll all night. Timothy Chalamet has won an award. Isn't that exciting? He has not won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, or a Tony, I believe. But he has won White Boy of the Year. And you guys were both
I did not
nominees.
even know that was, something they were giving out. Have they not met Sean?
I mean, maybe he's up for it next year. Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves did an online award show and gave Timothy White Boy of the Year, beat out Adam Sandler, Tom Cruise, Pat McAfee, and Mr. Beast for the honor. So congratulations.
What constitutes White Boy of the Year? What wins you that award?
I feel like it's just being a white boy, because that's all they said really about the whole thing. It was an online award show, so I don't know how many ears it had reached. And according to tabloids, so this is rumor has it, allegedly, all of the things. But this guy's not reaching for ears. He's reaching for penis.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen is right. 2 points for Sean. You guys are back at a tie.
Sweet.
Charlie Sheen recently admitted that he was sleeping with guys back in the days of crack smoking. But now, according to reality altogether, says Charlie is happily shacked up with that dude.
When I was in the third grade, I thought that I was gay.
They're saying he's completely smitten. Alleged boyfriend has nothing to do with the showbiz industry, just a normal guy with a normal job, super gay.
Today I feel gay.
More importantly, Charlie is calmer, grounded, genuinely happy. This guy has changed him. They cook, they watch old movies. It's sweet, quiet, and healthy. And that's all you can wish for somebody, right?
I remember he said in the second half of the documentary that he had been sleeping with men.
Yeah,
but he also some point. But I didn't
followed up with I was smoking crack.
Well, yeah. I mean, the whole time was there's crack stuff.
And now he's sober and using a different kind of crack, isn't he?
Kind of.
It's like butt crack. And while we're here doing the gay news somehow, Snoop Dogg, this guy right here, 2 points.
Snoop Dogg.
C-Lane with the points. He is now doing something different. I mean, last time we talked about Snoop under the gay umbrella, it was his comments about bringing his grandkids to see Lightyear that had lesbians in it, right?
Lesbian toys, yes.
And according to Variety, Snoop Dogg is partnering with GLAAD to support the LGBTQ plus youth anti-bullying initiative Spirit Day. And to kick things off, he created a song called Love is Love, and it's featured on Snoop's animated children's YouTube show, Doggyland.
Man, Snoop really will say yes to anything.
Yeah. Do you have a problem getting a boner? Do you have a small child?
Big Snoop don't need those pills, but you can have them.
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for him to be the governor in the what's the save some time?
The general.
The general.
Excuse me, the general. So that's where I put my $5. That will be his next thing. But congratulations and thanks, Snoop, for looking out for us.
I loved Family Guy's take on that. Something like, redneck rates from an army guy. Here is a penguin. Don't know why.
Oh, Peter. We've got a live action you didn't ask for.
Live action?
The Jetsons, huh?
Oh, yeah. And George Jetson meet Jim Carrey.
Oh.
Yeah. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Carrey is currently in talks with Warner Bros. To star in a live action version of the animated series The Jetsons.
I could see it.
Colin Trevorrow, Colin T, as part of Jurassic World, is attached to direct the film, and Joe Epstein is writing the script. Not sure his relation in the Epstein family.
I'm sure he would tell you zero.
Yeah, I would hope so. Plans to turn the Hanna-Barbera show that premiered in what year? 4 points on the board right now.
1983.
Man, no. 60s. 65, 68, 68, 65, 67.
Lower.
64.
63.
62.
62 is right!
Took a while. Took a little while to get there.
I tried to help as best as I could, but yes, 4 points on the board for you. And now they're
Tainted
going to...
and unclean.
So is your...
Don't. Don't write a check you can't cash.
M. Night Shyamalan is going to cash a check because you thought Jetsons live action was going to be exciting. How about a TV series about the Magic 8 Ball?
That sounds dumb.
So dumb.
This is the studio coming to life.
Yeah.
Why is M. Night Shyamalan attached to it, though?
What are they going to do?
From what I understand, he's only had like 2 to 3.5 terrible movies. Where's the twist?
Is it? I can only guess that it's like a haunted 8 Ball, and then you get mean messages from it or something.
It's written by Gwyneth Paltrow's husband, Brad Falchuk, and it's going to be directed by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. And according to the press release, the show will aim to reimagine the classic Magic 8 Ball as the centerpiece of a high-concept, character-driven, supernatural drama that blends psychological intensity with cultural intrigue.
High concept, huh?
Super high concept.
Oh, I didn't know this,
get
but
super high while you watch it.
Her husband, Gwyneth Paltrow's husband, is a pretty big writer, I guess.
Yeah.
He wrote for and created Glee, American Horror Story, and a bunch of stuff.
So he knows Ryan Murphy. Ooh.
And also, I for me, this is dopey. But that 911 TV series, I guess, is really popular. There's a lot of people that watch it.
5,000 different other franchises with 911.
Yeah. It's like 911 Chicago, 911, like there's a bunch of them, I think.
Do you think they shook the magic ball, though, and they're like, should we do this? Try again later?
Maybe.
I guess we'll see. No word yet on where
I'm
or
waiting
when.
on my Mr. Predicto series.
Oh, yeah, soon. I got a Magic 8 Ball in here, too. But
Any day now. I'm sorry.
Never touched it. Yeah.
I think that's for after the show's off the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the boob tube. It don't even matter. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your family and your friends or your solo time. Drink water. Follow your dreams. And me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. But most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. And we'll get to This Week in Florida here momentarily on the show. You can join us with your feedback. There's a lot of it coming in on a Friday. We appreciate that. Some people, by the way, quick note, have been complaining that the podcast, like we're in the middle of a conversation, like I might be in the middle of this sentence, and all of a sudden it goes to commercials. I think that they might have sold a bunch more commercials on the podcast, and they're just like injecting them. It will probably go away at some point in time. I don't know why it's doing that. I literally put the music between the segments to stop that from happening. But just muscle through if you don't mind. I know that's annoying because we'll be in the middle of a joke or a thought or whatever, and then they just kind of stretch things out like that, which is not so fun for you. But this person said, I'm a podcast listener. Notice the commercials start playing with you guys mid-sentence the last couple of days. It was at this mark and this mark. I'm using Amazon Music? Who listens to podcasts on Amazon Music? Well, you do. You do, sir.
He budgets.
Love the show. Keep up the good work. Thank you for saying good. Most people just say keep up the work, and I appreciate you going the extra mile there. All right, when we come back, This Week in Florida,
Back to just the work.
It is time to get the work done. And we will see what has happened in the state of Florida. I know there are 1 or 2 stories that I left out there. I left out there to see if you would gather them for This Week in Florida and bring them back. And if I don't see them, well, I'll do them afterwards myself. But we'll see what Sealand has gathered and how weird it got in Florida this week, because This Week in Florida is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks are in the Motor City to take on the Kings of the North Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The left lane's blocked on Colonial Drive westbound before State Road 408. There's a crash, slowing things down at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike, the Beach Line, and Orange Blossom Trail meet. Look out for emergency crews on the road.
Hello.
My
pretties.
From the traffic center of James, Birmingham. This report is sponsored
This week in Florida coming up next. We're just moments away.
Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th.
Oh boy.
Members score up to 40% off more than one.
Courtney's looking at Halloween stuff.
Visit staples.com to save while supplies last.
She's showing me 2 items and saying which one should we purchase. I think perhaps I could use your help with it. All right? Ready? You answer her. Courtney wants to buy one of these 2 things for the house for Halloween. I present to you item number 1. Item number 1. Take it in. It's looks to be like a panda mummy standing on a pumpkin. Beautiful. It's about this tall. About as tall as like a beer bottle or something. All right, that's item number 1. Or item number 2, these scary mushrooms with RIP. I will let you decide what the response is. She wants one of those 2. Should it be number 1, the character standing on top of the pumpkin, or number 2, the weirdo mushrooms at the graveyard? Number 1 or number 2? Your decision is what decides which one goes in the house. Number 1? I mean, number 1 is definitely better. Both? Not both? Not the scary mushrooms. I didn't want to weigh in because I don't want to sway it, but the scary mushrooms are ugly and I don't want them in my house. Number 1 and 2, mushrooms, number 1. Number 2, number 1 and 2. No, it's got to be number 1. Come on, be real. This is ugly as hell, isn't it? That's ugly. First one. First one is better. Not letting you guys put that ugly mushroom thing in this house. Give Dorothy number 3 tonight. Wink, wink. Bro. I will. All right, couple minutes and we're back live on the show. I don't know. I haven't heard from Moses, so I'm not sure if he's coming in. He might be going to HQ in a little bit. Well, we got This Week in Florida coming up in moments. And I told you I do have a Magic 8 Ball.
There's definitely something in it for you. Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group.
This is like a super limited edition one. A Magic 8 Ball.
Because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash
I don't know if you can see.
today. Just visit thenickley.com.
It's the one that I have. Magic 8 Ball, is this going to be a good This Week in Florida? Yeesh. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. It says don't count on it. Don't count on it. No!
Electrical service. Call the pros who fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way. Frank Gay service.
Put it back where it came from. Don't count on it for This Week in Florida. Put number 2 on your nightstand? No, I'm not putting those ugly ass shrooms anywhere near my side of the bed. I'm not even going to put them in the Waffle Houses on the other side of this shared wall. I'm probably getting a Magic 8 Ball tonight. It's Friday. Kevin, no. No. She said I didn't get either. Oh. She could have. The shrooms were
every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick
Ugly.
Cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations.
The other one was cute. Ish.
Learn more at coronacigar.com.
2 minutes and we're coming back live.
We should be there by now. Just need to make a little detour to stop for gas.
She also thinks the shrooms are ugly. She's right about that. She's right.
We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas. Just use us.
I saw Mo's doppelganger at the Costco gas station near his office this morning. What if it was just Mo? What if you literally just saw Mo? Could have been him. 90 seconds and we're coming back live. I'll tell you, the most interesting current story really is that flag swastika thing, because it's a perfect litmus test. There will either be people who can understand, hey, this might have been an op by somebody to deliver these flags to these people to see if they would miss what was going on here visually and get caught up in this and it would be a scandal. And then one of them did it and was like, hey, look how crazy this is. When you're on video, it shows up as a swastika, and they sent it to a friend, and then the friend sent it to Politico, and Politico published it. And then people said, you see? I heard they were Nazis, and they're just blatant about it. And now, for some people, you can't put the worms back in the can. Even if you explained it and said what group dropped it off, it's like, no, that's what I believe already, and I can see it with my own eyes. I don't believe it's an optical illusion. There's a lot of very interesting mental gymnastics going on.
You're up.
Right now, though, we're coming back for This Week in Florida, friend. Let's see how it goes. The Magic 8 Ball said not good.
CallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at justcallmo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
We'll see what happened in the Sunshine State. That they often get a bad rep, and we'll see if beautiful Florida ends up on that side of the dime today in This Week in Florida in just a moment. Don't forget, we have a lot of people who have sent in dispatches, and I'm not forgetting about you. I see them right in front of me. We'll get to them. Mando Pando, Erica, Andrew, Smackroll, Twin Pro, a bunch of you who have sent these in. We will play these at some point in time here if they're good. If they're not good, right past them. But if they're good, then I'll play them on the show. That's the only barrier to entry. Just have something interesting to say. Otherwise, and it'll be interesting over here too. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. Here goes nothing. Are you ready, C-Lane?
Ready, Sean.
Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend is here. That means it's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And this thing, I know it's becoming more popular, but you're not going to find me really around one of these anytime soon.
What is it?
More people than ever, it seems, Sean, Sabrina, are trading their cocktails for cardio. Swapping the dance floor for the pavement and finding community at the Run Club.
I liked the good old days when we traded cardio for cocktails.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
What happened in this country?
According to Strava, participation in run clubs has surged 59% globally in recent years. Nowhere is that more obvious than in South Florida. Every week, the streets turn into a sea of sneakers, massive groups taking over the pavement for scenic runs across South Florida.
And stopping traffic?
I don't know that they do stop a lot of traffic.
Are we allowed to run them over in Florida?
That's if they stop you. That's but
I'll double check.
They said Michelle Tran of Miami Run Club says it's more like a run family where we check up on each other.
Yeah.
Dozens of run clubs that advertise across social media platforms in virtually every city in the area, gathering several times a week, running together and yet alone, which that's a weird way of putting that, but just some of the ones you have to choose from in South Florida are Brickell Run Club, Miami Run Club.
What a miserable writer that was.
I know.
Because some people are slowpokes.
Yet everyone is alone forever and doomed to die.
You have the Brickell Run Club, Miami Run Club, Lauderdale Run Club, Miami Gay Run Club.
All right.
Run Little Havana, Miramar, Broward Running Society, Go Run Miami, and Hollywood Run Club. That's a lot of people are doing this thing. I have a friend who's in one of these clubs, and they don't trade the cocktails because I know that, like,
they drink.
Much like that intramural kickball league, it's like they just do it, and then they all get together and get wasted.
What I will tell you,
they're not hearing you correctly, Sealand. It's not rum clubs.
Run
with legs.
Run, yeah, where you get together and then you move fast.
I get a CrossFit vibe from the run clubs as of late.
Little bit.
Yeah. You're in or you're out. And
what does that mean? Does that mean it's like a militaristic kind of thing? Like they're really
they
intense
just
and
all
stuff?
hang out. They push each other and they're like, this is all we do. And if we're going to have any gathering, everyone else is there and all we're going to talk about is running.
Yeah, I was going to say, when she says she gets a CrossFit vibe, I'm thinking like they talk about it a lot.
Oh, that's
Talk about Run Club.
Culty.
It's very the opposite
Great
of
calves.
Fight Club. Yeah, you just talk about it all the time. Miami Run Club was a group that started as a small idea during the COVID pandemic, excuse me. And
that's where we traded cocktails for more cocktails, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they got weaker when the bars opened back up. But anyway, an update on a story from last week because I have the X-ray now of the man who had a thermos,
inside his body.
Up the exit ramp is how Grady Judd put it. The Florida man was caught out trying to smuggle a thermos flask, they called it, into jail via his rectum.
Are we talking about this big? I've got a water bottle here in the studio, and it's like, traditional larger water bottle. Are we talking this size inside the exit ramp?
Why don't you take a look for yourself there? This is the...
Oh, my God. Sean, it looks exactly like your water bottle.
I hope it isn't, number one. Number two, he got the whole water bottle in there?
Yes.
Was it filled?
When he shakes around, you hear the ice cubes.
And it's still cold after 4 days. Crazy.
At one point, Sheriff Grady Judd, I think, said he was trying to get drugs in there, but I think that once they removed it, which that needed the help of a specialist at the hospital, I think they didn't find anything. Let's see. 51-year-old Walter Freimeyer was arrested for allegedly trespassing on a railway shortly after it had been claimed he had been he'd been naked in a park bathroom. Officers probably didn't have much trouble catching up to him since his running gait was likely disrupted by the thermos flask he'd inserted into the exit ramp as a form of concealment.
Go back to the X-ray, and you can even see that he's surprised.
That's crazy. I mean, it's like halfway up his whole body, this guy.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
No thanks.
It says...
Also, that whatever kind of X-ray that is cool. It's not your traditional X-ray. It looks like you might be able to do like a hello, my baby, hello, my... Like you could maybe get some animation out of that thing.
I think it's because this is not a hospital X-ray. It says officers claim they already found meth on the man when they brought him in, and when they gave him the body scan, they saw that.
Whoa! So you just walk through it?
I guess.
I want one of those.
He brought a thermos into jail. We said, dude, what are you doing here? He said, well, I put that inside my body. He didn't swallow it, clearly. Fortunately, the local hospital has a specialist in these sorts of cases who was able to remove the flask from Mr. Freimeyer's rectum.
Water bottle, please.
The fact that they have people who are specialists in this indicates a worrying tendency among people to stick objects where they don't belong.
I'm putting this up on See It Now for everybody so you can take a look.
The sheriff joked that removing the flask was quite the ordeal and may have
Does that
saved
go into the
51
police auctions later on in the month with the cars
Oh,
that have drugs
gosh,
in
like
it?
what do you call it? The evidence locker?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Gross.
So this man's been arrested previously 25 times and has been to prison 5 times. So he's no stranger to the X-ray there at the Polk County Jail. Over in Marion County, there is somebody, a neighbor who I wouldn't want. But this is an area where people have like a lot of land, and there's a 15-acre parcel in Dunellen that's surrounded by, this person has put up, they call it the Black Fortress, 1,500 tires. Guy is just stacking tires all around his property. It says the person who told the story is a woman in her 70s. This is the neighbor. Her name's Rita. She lives on a 30-acre parcel of land, and she's far enough out in the country that her driveway is a mile long. Is that paved? You don't pave a mile-long driveway, do you?
That seems like a lot of pavement.
No, yeah, it's probably just like old school, I would think.
Next door to her is the 15-acre home site whose owner has posted a sign calling it his Black Fortress. The primary feature, its walls made of stacks and stacks of black tires. Truck tires, tractor tires, you name it.
Big tires.
Is this a
too.
picture?
Yeah, this is one of the gates, I think, possibly
This is a
here.
terrible picture.
Yeah, it says there's more than 1,500 tires, but they can't get in. So all the photos, except for like maybe 1 or 2, this is her by the tire wall, I guess. It's
Look at my tires.
It's very impressive, Rita Gomez. Very impressive tire wall.
So no, Rita Gomez is the neighbor that doesn't like the tires.
She's by it. Yeah, she's just taking a picture by it.
She's the one that's complaining about it.
Oh, she's gonna want it when her tire goes flat.
Yeah, possibly. But I guess
That's all I know about tires.
It's the fortress-like farm fence is far from the worst way Floridians have disposed of old tires, according to the Florida Phoenix website. There is a car thief who did something nice. Did something nice after stealing a car.
Really?
Because he stole a car with a 1-year-old inside it. A 911 call released Thursday revealed the moments after a man briefly stole a car from a Brevard County gas station and then returned the vehicle when he realized the child was inside. It happened at the Sunoco off US 1 in Cocoa. That's a fun little rhyme.
Sunoco and Cocoa.
Yeah. The woman who owned the car told deputies she had stepped inside the store when she noticed her blue Toyota Camry driving away with her baby in the back seat. Now, I'm not saying she's mother of the day material, but she's kind of adjacent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She left the car running, which is good, I think, for the child. Still illegal, but did not lock the doors, it seems. During the 911 call, the woman described how the man sped off, but then backed up and returned the car after spotting the child. He literally about left with my child when I ran into the gas station. He tried to steal my car.
I mean, it's nice that he brought the child back.
Correct.
He still got charged with kidnapping.
Yes, he did. Deputies arrived shortly after the suspect, identified as 53-year-old William Mullis, was arrested. He faces charges of grand theft of a motor vehicle and kidnapping, confinement under 13. A judge denied his bond. A woman wanted in a Rolex theft case was busted by the cops after a police officer recognized her at Club Space.
Uh-oh.
Familiar.
You know Club Space?
Absolutely.
Is that where you broke your ass?
No, question mark. I don't remember.
You don't remember which club that was?
But I know Club Space was like the cool, 18 and up or all ages some nights, but you had to get the big X on you. And either way, everyone's on drugs.
Well, Antrinasia Jackson of Miami Gardens, that is a new name, is facing multiple grand theft charges. On January 7th of last year, a man visiting Miami Beach's Fontainebleau Resort told police he met the West Virginia-born Jackson at a hotel and decided to take their conversation to his room. Jackson became persistent about the two taking shots of tequila. This was the one where she got the guy drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And then he blacked out and woke up in the bathtub with his Rolex Datejust watch and Versace gold chain valued at $14,300 gone. Let's see.
Jeez.
An arrest was made in a drive-by cheeseburgering. A Gainesville woman was arrested on a felony battery charge. It says that she became physically aggressive towards her boyfriend. According to the arrest report, she began to scratch, punch, and bite his genitals. No good.
My God.
Keep her locked
Why
up.
should I make that noise?
And last but not least, a 20-year-old woman was charged with throwing a hammer at officers in Okaloosa County.
Stop.
Look up the mugshot for Victoria Keebler. We can put it on. Nobody's looked more annoyed to have been arrested than 20-year-old Victoria Keebler, who was arrested after allegedly striking an officer with a hammer on Friday.
You serious? Are you serious?
She was charged with aggravated assault and aggravated battery on an officer. That's it for this week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. I'll put her mugshot up on See It Now during the break. And it's time for you to join us on the show. We'll get to some of the dispatches that have been piling up and see what you have to say about everything that's been going on the show. And something that is changing big time in the United States of America. When I saw this story, I was very surprised that we had seen an improvement on this. Very surprised. What was it? We'll talk about that. And a man calls a woman a word you're just not supposed to say. What happened after? That is where things get weird. Like wait till you see what happened here, because that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
There's a crash block in the left lane on Colonial Drive westbound before State Road 408 on I-4. You're going to start running into some familiar delays. Traffic slowing down once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound. And keep in mind, you're going to get caught up in some slowdowns on I-95 in Daytona. There's an event this weekend. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
It sounds like the plot to a horror movie. You finish a long week of work. You've been outside grinding away, trying to earn a paycheck for your family. Finally, you get to celebrate as you head home to your house at the end of the day. But something's not right. The air conditioning is just not blowing as cold as it used to. Cue horror screams. This is a shocking situation, and you need a way out of it. Well, I have a way out. That is Mills Air. They are going to help you out because their techs are the best of the best. And no matter what kind of AC you have, they will be there quickly and they will help you out and be fair and honest and get your AC working once again and get you out of that horror film. Get you into the good life that you're used to, or at least you should be. Get the folks at Mills Air to help you out by giving them a call at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
You know the biggest hassle with selling your home with the Nickley Group? Figuring out where to put the sofa in your new home, because your old home won't be on the market for long. TNG listings sell 2 times faster and for an average of 6% more. Trust the experts at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty to get your home listed, shown, and sold. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today at thenickley.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at that mortgage.
Hello. Quick note, folks. If you send low-quality content dispatches, you can and will be banned. If you send low-quality content dispatches, you can and will be banned. All right? Just as a heads up, I've already banned 2 people today. And that's pretty rare. It's not usually that many. Hang on. Fried bologna, banned. Sorry, buddy. Dog shit dispatch. Absolutely going to derail the show with something that no one in the world cares about. Andrew, you were blocked yesterday on dispatches for a low-quality dispatch. You can always fight back and file an unban request if you're banned on any platform at thenewsjunkie.com/unban. Keep the good quality dispatches coming. We'll work some of those in momentarily.
Helping people for like over 40 years, and they're really experienced. Over 60,000 systems installed.
What about low-quality comments in chat? You guys have been on point. There haven't been too many low-quality comments. F that, I can avoid it easily by not sending anything. All you have to do is just send, like, just be normal. Just be a normal person. When you send some retarded shit, I'm going to block. I'm going to ban you because I have to start keeping up with this stuff. There's too many people on too many platforms, and it's like there's always somebody who wants to piss in the punch bowl. And so those people, I'd rather just blast off so I don't have to worry about them anymore.
Lowest price anywhere. Go to Wassie's.
The Van Hammer is prevalent.
Set up your big green
Good.
so that you'll be cooking before they leave.
Jean, never been banned? Good, you know what you're doing. Keep going.
For your big green egg today.
90 seconds and we're coming back. I don't aim high in content on anything anymore, yet here you are doing well. Yet here you are. Just be yourself? What are we? Your nerdy kids? Sure. What I mean is just like respond to what's going on. Have a comment. It's always the people who are like trying to get a weird ass dig in or something. Like the guy was like, does Sean do any show prep? Fuck you. Are you kidding me? It's the most prepped for show that you're going to find probably. I spent a lot of time doing it. So see you later. Blocked. Banned on dispatch. Next, please. I said good day, sir. All right, back in just a moment. Hang on for copyright.
Just for the kids. Plus, explore curated Halloween playlists perfect for party vibes and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
iHeartRadio. WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
High diving, face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This
It goes by where I don't see some absolutely stupid challenge that's reportedly going around. And then usually I check and the challenge is only being done by like one or two dumb people. Thank God. But these challenges still exist. The challenges on TikTok never seem to go away. And in this case, it reminds me of a video I saw recently that would discourage everybody from ever trying this TikTok challenge. But just in case you haven't seen it, I'm not going to show it to those of you who are watching over on YouTube or Twitch because it's bad. But there is a video of this guy and, what do they say? Like the devil won that day or, your intrusive thoughts, won you over. This guy, he looks to be in like Russia or somewhere, and he's meandering his way into this rather small elevator. You've been in one like this before, I'm sure, where basically maybe 2 to 3 people can fit in the elevator. It's a small elevator. And this Russian... I don't like it already. This Russian dude wanders in, and he's got a drink in his hand, which is just like a glass of vodka. And he's just sitting there on the elevator. And then he looks at his right hand, and he has a lighter. And he looks at the glass of vodka that he has in his left hand,
and his intrusive thoughts win, and he just tries to like light the vodka. And then he's successful. The vodka lights. Oh,
so
wow,
it's
look at
150 proof vodka.
And then or whatever's in this, I'm just saying vodka because he's Russian. And in the elevator, he's sitting there, and this fire starts to get bigger, and then he, of course, drops the alcoholic beverage, and it smashes on the ground, and now fire explodes from that. And he's in this tiny elevator, and he's trapped, and he can't go anywhere because the elevator door is not opening. And then it ends with him just like falling over, and his outfit caught on fire, and the guy got burns over like 90% of his body. That's why these things are stupid. That's one reason. There's a lot of them why these things are stupid. But I guess at least 6 dumb people, or maybe 5 or so, have tried something. Don't let your kids do it, called the jam jar pulse jet trend. And this involves rubbing alcohol in a jar, putting a lid with a hole on top, and lighting the alcohol on fire. This is bad. This is stupid. You shouldn't need the fire department to tell you this, but this can cause significant harm. And just this week, a 14-year-old boy in St. Pete landed in the hospital with burns to his legs because he set himself on fire screwing around doing this stuff. It's just really, really stupid. And it's so funny to me because I think back to when I was a teenager, and my parents and every other parent were so worried about Beavis and Butthead. They were so worried. The
Didn't
fire,
even care
fire.
what fire that you played with.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, Beavis and Butthead, they're saying fire, and it's going to cause all these kids to like kill somebody." And you didn't need that. You don't need anything like that.
I actually watched an episode, or at the beginning of an episode of Beavis and Butthead the other night, right before I went to bed, and
wanted to light something on fire.
No, but I laughed my ass off at some point where they blew Beavis's ear off with a rocket motor.
It should be quite obvious to you, and I'm sure it is obvious to most younger people. Don't do this. It's a very, very bad idea.
But it's so fun, John.
They really wanted to have fun, and that guy, those intrusive thoughts really, truly did win. He was thinking about not doing it, but then he did, and it's not great. Jeremy says, that's like 2 steps away from making a Molotov cocktail. Right. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. Let's peek into the Oval Office. I guess at the White House, they said that Trump had a visitor, and it's Andrea Bocelli. Andrea Bocelli?
Yeah.
The famed singer. And I guess he was singing in the Oval Office.
Okay.
Let's see if this was any good or if he bombed in there. Listen to this.
Listen.
Oh, he's like struggling through it.
Because the music is blasting.
Yeah. Was he warned, or did Trump just go, put on the song? Have him do
the song. This is my favorite song.
Did he come in and just think he was going to shake hands and have a good time? And then Andrea Bocelli's like, you're the Volare
Andrea
guy, right?
Bocelli is a very talented, one of the most world-renowned singers, but he has formula to it, like his routine, because he is blind and has to use all of the things. And I can already tell, I feel like the rug got ripped from under him.
Wow. He's holding onto the side of the desk, and he's trying to sing, and it feels like he's kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know if he was aware of this beforehand.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, what? All right, fine. I'll sing. Sean Patrick says, sing, bitch.
Don't make me sing.
In the Oval Office. It's the Oval Office version of Sing Bitch. You just start playing the music, like, go. Yeah, you go. You're the guy.
This is not the instrumental, by the way. You're just going to sing louder than the person that's recorded.
And who the hell was talking while he was singing?
I don't know.
Very rude.
Fun
was
visit.
at the White House. This was right before Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky.
Who also had to sing as soon as he walked in.
Everybody, each person, you go in, you sing a little, and then on we go. So God bless everybody. Real quick, I saw this and I was very, very surprised. They said in a story from Pew Research, they're suggesting that the divorce rate is falling pretty drastically in the United States of America.
Oh, holidays are coming up, Sean.
Well, not like based on that, but based on just overall how many people are getting divorced anymore. And the numbers are plummeting. They said one of the reasons why is because people are waiting a lot longer to get married in 2025.
And that's perfectly normal, right? It says it in there too.
The refined divorce rate in 1980 was 22.6 divorces per 1,000 married women. That fell a little bit in 2008. Now it's all the way down to like 14.4 per 1,000 people. That's a pretty big decline in the divorce rate over the last 25 years or so. So for those of you who have been thinking about it, take the plunge. You're going to be good to go. You're not going to get divorced. All is well. All right, last thing real quick before we take a break. I wanted to tell you about the story I teased where a man decided to call a woman a word. And of all the words, allegedly, this is the worst to call a woman. And he said, "You are an F word, C word," to this woman. And he then pulled out a gun and shot her afterwards, as one does. But it wasn't very good for him in the long run because her husband was there and he didn't like not only the C word being thrown around at his wife, but
I guess
also
the shooting.
The shooting. Yeah, he was not thrilled with that, leading to the shooter getting a couple of shots, a couple of punches. I'll put this up on See It Now so you could see what the husband did to this guy. But he started punching and I guess didn't stop, just kept going. This will be up on See It Now in just a moment here. And we'll see what you think about it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com for more. When we return, we'll do jury duty. I don't know if our friend Mo DeWitt will be stopping by. We'll see if he's going to swing through.
I don't think he's texted me.
Oh, man.
Possibly. We don't know. We'll see. Last minute decision on his part. And then we got a lot more to get in the final hour of the show as we get ready to wrap up the week. That is all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Did Angelique and Daisy get lost?
I hope they're kissing.
Oh, God almighty.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Magic closed out the preseason, beating New Orleans. Franz Wagner 24 to lead the way. The Magic were a perfect 4-0 in exhibition play and opened the season Wednesday against the Heat. It was turned back the clock into the NFL Thursday night game. Joe Flacco with 3 touchdown passes, leading the Bengals past the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers in the loss threw 4 TDs. And college football tomorrow, UCF back at it, hosting West Virginia. I'm Matt McCoy.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz.
Hey, folks. Give me 1 second here. All right, folks, got all that up on See It Now, so take a look when you get a chance. All right, C-Lane, what was that? I believe it was an 8. Yeah. Okay, that was an 8, so now we have an 8 and a 12. Let's do it. Yeah, okay, sounds good.
You feel a lot better. You don't feel sluggish anymore.
Folks, hang on 1 sec.
Focus. You don't have problems in the bedroom. Things are better. The truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads do. So this is a solution by calling Red Mountain Weight Loss. It's a prescription, and it's prescription strength testosterone that you only can get from somebody like Red Mountain Weight Loss. And it's awesome talking to the people, and they make it super easy. So if you're testosterone and you're having a problem with energy and building muscle mass, you need to give them a call. I did. I'm so glad that I did. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. To book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today, just get online, get real testosterone from real doctors with real great results. Go
actually afford? Yes. If you qualify at Zelfie, providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy that are 90% less expensive. All 100% online, shipped directly to your door. That's right. GLP-1s for as little as $25 a month, shipped directly to your door. No more doctor's visits and waiting in line at the pharmacy. Just text the word SLIM to 620620 right now and see if you qualify at Zelfie for medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and other GLP-1s for as little as $25 a month, with or without insurance. Zelfie makes getting GLP-1 medications affordable and accessible, up to 90% less expensive. Just connect with the Zelfie provider right on your phone and get treatment options so you can find the right medication for your budget and your goals. And Zelfie is 100%
Oh boy.
no doctor's visit needed or trip to the pharmacy. So don't wait. Text SLIM to 620620 to get started with Zelfie today. Text SLIM to 620620. That's SLIM to 620620.
Okay.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue.
Wait, did Sean say why the guy even cursed at her and shot her? They were arguing over something. Okay, I'll tell you. Phillips was walking inside. He turned to a victim and he said, "You're an effing C-word," before he pulled out a gun from his pocket and shot her. Witnesses said the victim's husband ran to his wife's defense and started pummeling Phillips, whose gun was taken from him and placed on a table. The victims told cops that when Phillips first came up to the home, he said, "Don't trust any of what she says." When asked why he pulled out the gun, he said he had questions and believed the only way he could get answers was with the gun. This is a bit of a feud between people, it seems. And then the guy called her a C-word, shot her, and then got his ass kicked.
Stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster.
2 minutes and we're back live on the show.
Now at Valpak.com. Valpak. There's definitely something in it for you.
Did she survive? Yes.
Have you ever
Yeah.
felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates?
Yeah, she's fun.
They're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter.
Jury duty coming up next.
People with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours.
Folks, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. If you've been here at some point all week long, maybe even just now, and you like anything that you've seen or heard, do me a favor and hit the like button to spread the word. It's easy to do, and it doesn't cost you any money at all. So just hit the like button over on YouTube and make sure we get those likes up. You're being lazy about that some days. I'm seeing low numbers some days. It's the least you could do. Just hit that like button to spread the word. Am I blocked again? No. Is Game of Magnets over now? No. Game of Magnets will never be over. Game of Magnets will never be over. Unless we get in trouble from the cops. Again. All right, here we go. Coming back now.
Directed keep out of reach of children.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the
Well, that's where we go through all the insane stories happening in courtrooms around this crazy country of ours, and we'll peek in here in just a moment. You can join us with the dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Go record yours now. Let's see what we got here. All right, we're all stacked up and ready to go, but let's work in maybe one of your dispatches before we get into jury duty. Here's somebody saying that we should go see Swan Lake. All right, thank you for the suggestion. Here's somebody saying something about the divorce stats. Oh, yeah, because the divorce rate has been plummeting out of nowhere. Like, it was really, really rising through the 90s and the 2000s, but I guess it's been coming down. Here's chaos on this. Let's see. Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh, we might have to skip chaos for now. Not because I don't.
What's up, junkies?
There we go.
Happy today. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoa, settle down, buddy. All right.
So, Sean, you were talking about the divorce thing. So there is the fact that most people, most younger people aren't getting divorced because of all the rhetoric they see online. Like, either women are going to take all your money and they're going to take everything for you, or when it comes to women, your husband's just going to cheat on you, leave you, blah, 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 for a younger woman. That's what you see most commonly online. But it's also that there's a couple of states, like Kentucky just did this, I think in 2018, 2019. They made it so that the standard for divorce when it comes to 50-50, when it comes to children, is that it was standard that when you divorce, it's 50-50
for your finances?
Rights over the children. So there's no actual child support in the case.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so if in some states, if you get a divorce, the financial responsibility for the children is a 50-50 split, which seems like, an updated version of kind of a more old-fashioned way to look at this, where you would say that the men should be solely financially responsible for the kids, when in that case, you wouldn't have as many women in the workplace. I mean, I think it's probably a lot of things, but I think one of the biggest things is probably people waiting a little bit longer. From what I can see throughout my life and the things that I've witnessed, everybody has a point where they break bad a little bit. All right. And you probably have known some friends who are like, oh, we met in high school and we started dating and we've been with each other ever since. And they've never been with anybody else. They've only been with each other in a relationship.
I find that weird.
Sometimes that can work. It could be like this great thing. It can work. But a lot of times people have that drive to kind of sow their wild oats at some point in time. It's the same for, like, whenever I hear somebody say they have a kid and their kid through their teenage years was perfect. Like, he never caused any issues, never got in trouble, was always getting good grades. I say, wait, because everybody does it at some time. If you have like a perfect kid, they'll have a point in their 20s or something where all of a sudden they start making all the same bad decisions.
They're getting buck in here.
It happens. It seems like something that people need to go through before they're ready to kind of settle down and chill out.
So what do you think your wild times were, if you were to give an age range?
18 to 23, 24, right there, like just into adulthood, making a bunch of dumb decisions, doing a bunch of dumb stuff. And the people that I saw around that time that didn't do that, they did it later. They did the same thing. They just did it late. It's like inevitable somehow.
Right.
I don't know why, but that's the way it goes. And I think if you wait longer to get married, like let's say you get married in your 30s instead of in your late teens, I think you've had enough time to get that stuff out of your system, and maybe that works better. I could be wrong, but I just think waiting a little longer sometimes is a way to get rid of some of the relationships that wouldn't last as long. Okay, here we go, friends. It's time for it. Let me bring it up because we got to do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
See, some of these folks say 24 to 28 was my dumb time. I almost got married back then. Everybody does it, whether you did it when you were like your teenage years or maybe sometimes earlier.
Yeah.
Sometimes people go hog wild when they're like 14, 15, 16, 17 years old.
For me, it was like 18 to meeting Ashley, and then a little bit more.
But you found someone who's down to get wild with you, which is very sweet. I'm at the age right now where I am seeing the rounds of divorce and second marriages and engagements breaking off, or second kid is now getting into high school, where I'm like, I don't know, do I get it all out now, or it's time for me to have a baby settled down?
Everybody has a moment where they think about these things. And
can you make a poll? I'm just going to make a decision based off that and what the listeners say.
Whether or not you should have a child, a poll? I don't think you should poll that out. I'm
going to poll it out. I'm going to give a poll on.
I wouldn't ask the audience on that one. You know, another thing that I think probably leads to, this is a guess. I am just guessing here. Another thing I think that leads to less divorces in 2025, it might just be me, but it seems like dating is pretty miserable. It seems like
I during this show have gotten screenshots from people like going on the apps, using the apps, and they're just like, "What is this? What is this guy?"
Yeah,
nightmare.
It feels like dating might be more of a nightmare in 2025. So you go, is it great? No, but is it better than whatever that is? I'll stick with what I got going on. Stay in the relationship. Jury Duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO. And you can go to the website, justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there that want to get your attention. Why? Because they think you got a good case, maybe, and they want your money. But what you should really do is focus on getting an attorney who's going to listen to you and fight for you and your family and your future. And that's what is going to happen with Just Call Mo. So 800-JUST-CALL-MO or 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. Let's see what we got in jury duty today. This is a rough one. Now there's an investigation underway after a Massachusetts school staff member died after a 14-year-old student kicked her in the chest. She said she was trying to stop the student from leaving the school building without permission. The 53-year-old woman, Amy Morell, was assaulted by a teenage girl. And here's the weird thing. It said that this happened Wednesday of this week around 6:55 p.m. So that's obviously after school hours. And it says inside the dorms of Meadow Ridge Academy. Can we look that up and see what they have going on? Because this just says it's a residential therapeutic school for young adults. So
Meadow Ridge?
It's called Meadow Ridge, all one word, Academy. And this is in, I guess, Massachusetts. But it seems to me that this is like one of those schools for bad kids.
It's a boarding school, yeah.
Is it? Yeah, like a boarding school. And the woman tried to stop the girl, the 14-year-old, from leaving, and she kicked her in the chest. She collapsed to the ground and died.
Oh, so she kicked her right in between heartbeats or something like that. That weird
Could be.
phenomenon.
Yeah. It just says she was kicked in the chest, and it says that she did collapse and fell to the ground. So it could be one of those freak things where you end up hitting them, and now this girl is going to face murder charges or face some charges for the death of this woman.
An appropriate time to say that this school has donkeys that you can take care of?
The donkeys, I don't know how effective they are generally speaking, but did not help here. I don't know if that led to the kicking. I don't know. But does it look like a nice facility?
It does.
Oh.
Whenever I hear boarding school, I think of like a 90s movie where the new stepmom just wants to send the kids off to have dad all to herself.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of that used to happen in the 90s. Now, I don't know if it happens quite as much, but if you've had the experience, let us know. While I go over to this, a judge in Chicago, and I think this is a good idea. I think this should have been happening anyways, but I think this is a good idea all the way around.
Good idea.
Good idea. Good idea or better idea. A judge this week said she will require ICE officers in Chicago to wear body cameras. She also summoned a senior official.
That wasn't a thing before?
No, I guess not. She summoned a senior official to court next week to discuss the enforcement operations happening there. The judge said she was a little startled seeing some of the images of street confrontations, and she said we need these folks to have body cams. I think the body cameras are better for everybody.
Yes.
It's better for the officers, and it's better for the people who are involved.
And I don't want to hear a peep about the cost of body cameras when we've heard a bunch of stories about the signing bonus and the starting salary that some of these ICE recruits are getting.
They're not even that much. The body cams, and now body cams are like built into law enforcement, so they're going to know exactly where to get them from, exactly how to utilize them in the process. Everybody who is involved in law enforcement having body cameras, it is better for the law enforcement officer. It is better for the person that you're engaging with. It's better for us as a public, because our world right now is not one where it's like he said, she said. It's like he said and I agree with him, or she said and I agree with her. And people are just looking for whatever they think matches up with, their own politics of the day in so many situations. They cannot see past this, many of them. There is a massive brainwashing underway for a big portion of our overall populace that gets into this political stuff. And having the camera footage, even though we have AI issues, I think certainly makes people feel a bit more comfortable. So I think this is good, and I think that they should do this absolutely. And finally, in jury duty today, a truck driver has been indicted. They decided to have a bit of a wild time. That led to what they considered 27 miles of terror on the road. This person, McAdams was his name, decided to gulp down an entire water bottle of tequila and take as much kratom as he could before he crashed into 8 different people.
His heart rate 250?
They didn't check, I don't think, but they said it led to 27 miles of terror as he white-knuckled crashed his way down the road.
But guess what? He made his quota.
I guess so. Holy cow.
Wow.
But there you go. That was jury duty. Thank you. Let's see here. On the way out,
I think we should do that at the roast.
About somebody wants to talk the kratom part, the tequila part, or both? Both of them? Okay, fair enough. Here's the lovely Lolita talking about the divorce rate. Hello?
No. You got this all wrong. The reason that the divorce rate is so low is because nobody's getting married anymore. Mm-hmm. The marriage rate is also very low. People these days, like Courtney, Sean, have chosen to live together rather than get married. Mm-hmm. It's not about waiting until you're older. It's just about not getting married at all.
I don't know if that's true. Celine, can you run the numbers and see if less people are getting married every year in 2025? Well, you probably have to pull 2024 years, but are less people getting married every year? And then that's leading to the lower divorce numbers. It could be.
Let's see. Marriage rates.
Go ahead.
Marriage rates in the U.S. have declined significantly since the 1970s, dropping by about 54% since 1900. Average age while rates dipped during the COVID-19 pandemic, recent data shows a slight rebound in 2022 to 2018 levels after hitting a 2021 low. Factors contributing to the decline include delayed marriage for professional and personal goals, a rise in cohabitation, which is exactly what the lovely Lolita was referring to, and cultural shifts.
Cultural shifts, too. Interesting.
I have some friends, actually, who were on that kind of, plan where they didn't have any desire to get married. And then it wasn't till like the death of a friend and that person's like estate being in jeopardy and families are pointing fingers and who has rights to this, and the longtime girlfriend, the partner they were trying to edge her out of it and stuff, and they're like, I think we need to put this on paper so if God forbid something happens to one of us, the other doesn't get screwed.
Get a will.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of just became the thing where people said, hey, we've now been dating for this long, and now we do the next thing, right? And on to the next thing. And there's probably just like a whole bunch of reasons why this happened. One of them being what lovely Lolita pointed out. Another one being people probably waiting longer, and that waiting longer made it so there's less people who end up getting divorced. There's just a lot of things. And the only thing I'll say is, actually, up front, I don't care what the divorce rate is at all, okay? I don't care what the divorce rate is at all, generally speaking. I care what the divorce rate is for people with children. That's the thing I care about. I don't care if you get into a relationship with somebody, you don't have any kids, and you guys divorce each other, do it. But when you have a bunch of kids and then you get divorced, that's something that's more of a problem, I think, just societally speaking. So I don't know what exactly is doing this. It seems like a lot of things, but it's good. It's good that the divorce rate is falling. I don't think there's anything bad about that in the slightest. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get fired up into a bunch of these responses you've had. I did see another thing. There's more and more stories about this damn flag story. It's really grabbing people's attention, the swastika flag thing. And one of them suggested that the person who was in the Zoom call and saw the flag behind them and noticed, oh my God, on the Zoom call, that flag behind me looks like a swastika. That person took a screenshot of what it looked like, and they sent it to their friend, and their friend sent it to Politico, and then Politico posted it, which is what started this story to begin with, and started the entire thing that happened on from them. So, and they confirmed that several Republican offices had received these flags bearing what they call obscured swastika symbols. Representative Dave Taylor said, and he's an Ohio Republican. He said it was an orchestrated campaign. They've said they were targeted by an unidentified group or individual who distributed American flags. The only other version of this that I could see, I don't know if I have this here. Here's somebody talking about it at a press conference. Let's see if they mentioned about it. But the only other version of the flag I could find, they had like marked on the flag with a marker, which it completely ruins it. I want to see just what it looks like when you move the flag around, or if you could see different versions of it so it doesn't look like it has a swastika on it. But here's the Speaker of the House talking about it.
That's my understanding. With regard to the swastika thing, this happened last night. A Republican congressman, allegedly one of his staffers had something in the background or something in a Zoom. That's what I heard this morning. He says that that's not his, and there's a proper investigation ongoing, and the congressman did exactly what he should have done, and that is report it. It's under investigation, and I can't comment on it any further until that's done, but I will say, obviously, that is not the principles of the Republican Party. We stand for the founding principles of America. You want me to articulate them for you right now? Individual freedom, limited government, the rule of law, peace through strength, fiscal responsibility, free markets, human dignity, the things that lead to human flourishing. We have stood against that. We fought the Nazis. We defended that evil ideology. We roundly condemn it, and anybody in any party who espouses it, we're opposing.
That's Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, talking about the whole flag kerfuffle that is getting attention out there still. Okay, we'll take a break, and then we'll see what you have on your mind as we get into the final hour of the show, the Power Hour on a Friday, baby, as we head into the weekend full force. Let's do it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's no surprises on the major roadways that'll be affecting your ride. Just some familiar delays starting to pile up on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. Busier than usual.
Yeah! Go Mike activated.
Tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center of James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Gorilla Tape. Get storm ready with strength.
Zephyr's Biker says, good people on both sides, it's hard to walk back. You should look that up. You should look that up, friend. That never happened. What is that? Oh man, that's spooky. Let me see.
Well, it's just a piece. There's a bunch.
You got more than this?
Yeah, they got 10 feet of it.
10 feet of cobweb?
I don't know.
Hey man. This is what I would look like with long gray hair.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't think it's good?
No.
What if I do this?
No. Like a pilgrim moment.
Not cool?
No.
Guys, do we like it or no? Oh, what if I did this?
They'll work on financing options to help you out with that. They're not going to try.
You're the best.
Don't stop! Stop! I just found that piece to work.
What?
It took me a while to get that piece like that.
It's a spider web. You got 9 feet of it.
All in-house, no contractors, no outsourcing. So if you're still wondering,
stop. Give it to me.
I'm
Give
gonna
it
beat
to
you.
me. Give it to me.
I'm gonna beat you with it. Take it. Get out of here.
$407-777-5050 or find them online
online at solarinstallersoflorida.com. Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com. For more information about contests on this station, go to...
Tammy says the Speaker of the House has to defend his own party over Nazi swastikas? Yes, because among other things, an entire party has normalized calling the other people Nazis. So much so that there's a decent amount of people in the United States that think Republicans are equal to Nazis, which is retarded, okay? The Nazis and the Republicans are so insanely different, we shouldn't even have to have this conversation. You should be able to go, I disagree with them, but they're not like, I don't know, exterminating people. They're not like mass murdering people. Like, yeah, so yeah, that has to happen, I guess. PF, that didn't happen, buddy. That's not a thing. That didn't happen. If anybody deserved to be bullied for how they look when they throw something. In my defense, what I was throwing was very light. So it's hard to look cool.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere.
Dan says Trump has done 10 things that were almost exactly like Hitler did. When we think about Hitler, do we think about those 10 things? Or do we think about the fact that they exterminated people in camps? Are you being purposely obtuse? Or are you like... You can keep going down this road, and at the end of the road, just like the word racist and sexist and everything else, you will have a word that doesn't mean anything. That seems to be where you're going. Look how bad it got in 10 months. Give them another 3 years. Seems like you're doing okay, though. By the way, I said I banned fried bologna on dispatches. Fried bologna sent an email. It says, Sean, it's fried bologna. My dispatch that got me banned by you was a tongue-in-cheek joke just to poke fun at you. I apologize for getting you fired up. It wasn't a personal attack. Sorry about that. You didn't get me fired up. You didn't get a reaction out of me other than annoyed and not playing your dispatch and highlighting yours so that future dispatches I don't just play because it's just dumb. And that's not an unbanned request. So you shall stay banned. Anonymous says, good afternoon. A family member that is an x-ray technician had to do an x-ray on a man who placed a potato in their butt. That happened in Florida. I bet x-ray people have some good stories.
Yo, need a timer.
Uh-oh. What was that one that we just did? Did we time that?
Just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Real Radio 104.1. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
My microphone was on. Apologies. It's the end of the
what
end of the
happened?
week. Yeah. Stay out of the way. Yeah.
Jesus, C-Lane, that's a quick flip, man. Very quick flip.
What's a quick flip? What are you talking about?
Look at his screen.
How you write it that fast? How do you get messages up that fast on the screen tool thing?
Quick flip. Quick flip.
You type them.
Okay.
So if there's ever a major problem, we could just solely communicate via this screen in your studio.
I could, yes.
I wish that the streamers would have seen me and Celine at the same time when we saw and heard your mic was hot. Both of us like deer in headlights, huh?
I hit the rejoin and I said, well, let's be proper and clear out my vocal cords. And I said, and then I said, interesting. I can really hear the acoustics in this room.
These headphones have HD'd themselves.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I really, really went the extra mile here. But no, it turns out that was not the case. All right. We are going to hear from you. We got your dispatches pulling in today, and send those over on thenewsjunkie.com. We'll be watching these protests, the No Kings protests this weekend, to see how those go. They're supposed to have really big crowds. There's like 2,500 planned around the country. And it's weird because it's the same people. They just kind of rename everything. It's all the same people going to these things. It's just this one is like the No Kings one, which is not
that.
It's not the first of this kind. There was other ones before. But what I mean to say is it's just an anti-Trump protest by another name. These protests just keep kind of maneuvering about whatever they're focused on. For a while, they had a hyper focus at these protests on Elon Musk. That seems to have died away, I guess. I don't know. I don't hear a lot of that.
Have we heard from him at all?
Elon Musk?
He's busy SpaceXing and Starlinking.
I mean, he's still doing all the Twitter stuff, and he's still fairly political on Twitter, but he's not in the spotlight like he was at that time.
Well, because he only was able to do the Doge thing for like 100 days, right?
Yeah, there was a limited amount on that type of employee that he was apparently. But they were focused on Elon for a while, and then it's just like a general focus against Trump. And that's what's going on this weekend for one of these No Kings protests, or a bunch of them that are happening on the 18th, most of them. And we'll see if this is a record protest, because I know the organizers were kind of pushing for this kind of stuff. We'll see if it gets violent. We'll see if everything is peaceful. There's only one way to find out. You got to watch and see what happens this weekend. So a lot of people will be gathering for that. I'll keep an eye on it for sure. I wanted to work in one more thing before we get to this. There's so many stories. I don't know why they keep giving all these updates. C-Lane said when this first happened, he was like, why is this a story? But that doctor in Winter Park, Florida, who had the house party with all the kids who were hammered drunk.
Yes.
They keep leaking more and more information out about that.
She was just inside of her room after leaving out snacks. What the hell happened?
They're saying that perhaps she was doing more of the hosting of this party than she's willing to admit. Yeah. My parents would never, ever, ever do this. They would not host a party for me or even ignore one. The best I had was my sister one time saw that I was having a big party at the house, and she said, I'm going to stay in mom and dad's room and make sure nobody does anything. And she,
I would have tattled on my younger siblings immediately.
She didn't. No, I was older I was probably 19 or 20 at the time, so I was a little bit older.
So Dylan was at this party.
No. No. He wasn't. Maybe I was 17. I may have been 17. It's hard to remember that time.
I've had house parties at my parents' house, and there have been some bangers.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you what, it helps out that other adults are there. So
you've had adults that were like at a keg size party?
I mean, not keg, but maybe 7, 18 packs of beer. But that's because the parents all wanted to drink themselves.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But you have the parents of your friends come over, and they're all friends with each other, and you kind of just separate. And as long as you're doing it under this roof, everything turned out just fine.
Here's my take on this changes. I think if you're, and I don't know if this is exactly what you were talking about, but you can tell me afterwards, Sabrina.
Okay.
I think let me describe two different things. Situation one, if you have a bunch of parents who are partying, and there's a couple of kids, like the kids of these parents, and the parents are having a party, and the kids maybe they go like, all right, you can have one White Claw just so you know what this is like. All right, we're keeping an eye on you. That's one thing when the parents are the majority. But when there's one parent and all kids and it's just a kid's party while a parent is there, that one I think is bad. I think that is different and bad to me.
At that point, because I have been to that party, and Mom, I mean, it was easily 300 people in this person's house, and we had a great time. But
Nobody
the cops
broke
did
anything?
show up, and
they
Mom
did.
was in the room just like, staying in there, could hear all the bumping music. Everyone ran, but she ended up getting arrested.
Did it get this bad? Because of this woman, this doctor in Winter Park, Florida, How Tran is her name. They got multiple 911 calls about underage individuals falling down drunk. A 15-year-old girl was found vomiting and barely coherent.
Okay, they can handle their liquor.
This one's another level. The doctor allowed her son's friend from a school nearby host a party at her home. They claimed uninvited guests brought the alcohol, and she stayed in her bedroom until alerted about the passed out teenager. I wonder if they're going to be able to get her on that. Like if she said, look, I knew my kids were having a party. I didn't know they were drinking. I was fine with them doing it, so I stayed in my room. When I noticed that they were drinking alcohol and that somebody had snuck in alcohol, I was very upset, and I told them to shut it down immediately.
Yeah. I also want to ask
a loophole?
I am not encouraging, don't underage drink, blah, 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 preface.
She's encouraging it.
I am not encouraging anything. I'm just based on experience and stuff I've read on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everyone stays in the backyard or in the house. If you're having people pass out in the front, that calls for cops. Cops have the right at that point, but maybe a Mo question. Anything behind that front door, the adult would have to say, you can search my house, right? What if you said no?
Probably, right?
See, I think if I were...
If you get a noise complaint, they can't enter the premises.
If I were the police officer, I would...
Say it like a cop.
They can enter if they see alcohol, because that's how they got into my house.
C-Lane!
I could have not let them in had there not been visible alcohol. Like they could see through the window or something.
So black out the windows.
Yeah. But I think that if the mom were trying to make that argument that I didn't know these kids had alcohol, and once I found out, I said they had to leave. They snuck it in. They weren't invited. Whatever. I think that the cop would go, well, in that case, I'm going to arrest your child for being in possession of alcohol.
Oh.
And then try to go, pressure the mom into admitting she knew about the party.
Why do we have to arrest anybody? Everyone just scatters when the cops show up.
That's why it works in the movies. In the movies, the cops show up and you go, it's like yakety sacks. Everybody runs different directions.
The way it worked at my house.
Let us know what you think. Is that fine parenting or is that a crime that's going down? Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com.
Fine or crime.
Everything's a song.
I mean, it basically rhymes.
It's so close. It's right there. One thing I did see that I'll mention real quick before we take a break and come back and hit a bunch of dispatches before the end of the week here. Remember that story? Everybody was so mad about this. I was mad about this. Remember the person who tied their dog to the fence during the hurricane?
Yes. They passed a whole law named after that dog.
They did. It's called Trooper's Law, but they dropped the charges against that guy. That's what the news was. Yeah, they dropped the charges.
Why?
And maybe now that they passed that Trooper's Law that C-Lane was mentioning, maybe now it would be illegal, but you can't make something...
baloney.
Somebody can't commit a crime and then you pass a law and then the person who committed the crime is arrested for it. It can't usually work that way.
Right.
It's named after his dog.
Yeah. And the law makes it a felony basically to abandon a pet during an emergency. So if you leave your dog behind during a hurricane, then you could be held liable for it. But they dropped the charges against him because I guess they didn't have a case. And this guy just tied his dog to a fence, and the dog is in water.
Yeah.
The dog was in water up to its neck when somebody found it and freed the dog.
That breaks my heart.
And to me, if that's not animal cruelty, it's God, I don't know. That seems like an obvious case to
Tell
me.
me he got the dog back, and I will light something on fire.
It doesn't say. It says the law makes it a felony to abandon a pet during emergency now, but the charges in that high-profile case have been dropped, according to court records from Hillsborough County. Giovanni Garcia is going to get off scot-free. So we'll hear about that.
C-Lane is not. Take it down right now.
You got that one up quick, too? You don't have any delete buttons? You don't have any control over his screen in his studio?
I can rip that monitor off the wall physically.
You're in control of somebody else.
Impressive.
You took it off, you pussy. You didn't take mine off. All right, it's back. You never know what's going to be on there.
Well, I'm talking to baby kangaroos. How about that?
You can watch the show and see what's happening behind the scenes here on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. I could use a visit from some baby kangaroos right about now.
Same.
If that could be brought into reality. But if not, we'll see what happens when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Afternoon traffic starting to pile up in some familiar areas on the major roadways. No serious accidents affecting your ride. There's going to be a lot of bikes on the road in Daytona, and the roadways are going to be busier than usual today and over the weekend, so travel with caution through there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hello, my friends. Sabrina here. And if you are looking for a new appliance right before the holidays, because those are upon us, then you have got to go to my friends over at Southeast Steel Appliance Warehouse. They have competitive pricing, the latest models from over 30 major manufacturers, and financing options. But most importantly, I got to talk to you about their team of home appliance experts. They are ready to assist you so you can shop with confidence and make the best choice. It could be a lot when it comes to the upcoming holidays. So let the folks over at Southeast Steel Appliance Warehouse make at least that part of the to-do list very easy for you. Start the process today by going to southeaststeel.net or, of course, visit them in downtown Orlando. Trust me, at Southeast Steel, you get the best deal. Tell them Sabrina from the News Junkie sent you.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Right now.
Jelly Roll!
Hi, this is Ed Sheeran.
LL Cool J!
Brian Adams. Make some noise for Tate McRae.
Hey, I'm Sammy Hagar.
Mariah Carey!
We have Room 5. Good evening.
Glorilla!
Hey, this is John Fogerty.
Tampa Groove!
And so much more.
See it all at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Sometimes good people find themselves in tricky legal situations. At Smith & Yulo Law Firm, we are the criminal defense attorneys in Florida with over 100 years of combined experience. From DUIs to theft to serious felony charges, we've handled it all. At Smith & Yulo, we believe everyone deserves a fair chance and a strong defense. Don't wait. Call us today at 352-WIN-FOR-YOU for your free case evaluation. That's 352-WIN-4-YOU. Smith & Yulo Law Firm, protecting your future with trusted criminal defense. Offices Orlando.
This Sports Spotlight is brought to you by Capital One Venture X Business Card, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports. Did you know that the Women's Professional Baseball League, set to launch next summer, will be the first U.S. pro baseball league for women since the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League dissolved in 1954? The All-American Girls famously inspired the movie A League of Their Own. Earn unlimited double miles on every purchase with the Venture X Business Card by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/VentureXBusiness for details.
My testosterone is back, baby, thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Man, it was really low, and I called Red Mountain Weight Loss and got my testosterone where it needs to be. And I got to tell you, when your testosterone's right, you feel a lot better. You don't feel sluggish anymore. You don't feel like you're unfocused. You don't have problems in the bedroom. Things are better. The truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. So this is a solution by calling Red Mountain Weight Loss. It's a prescription, and it's prescription strength testosterone that you only can get from somebody like Red Mountain Mountain Weight Loss, and it's awesome talking to their people, and they make it super easy. So if you're losing testosterone and you're having a problem with energy and building muscle mass, you need to give them a call. I did. I'm so glad that I did. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. To book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today, just get online, get real testosterone from real doctors with real great results. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com, or just dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss.
In a market full of noise, trust the Nickley Group to give you straight answers and smart real estate advice. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Thinking of buying or selling a home quickly? Just call Nickley and tell them Jim Colbert told you to call. Nobody does guaranteed cash offer on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts.
What's happening? Dull Mike. Sweet, sweet Dull Mike action. Everybody have a good weekend lined up, I hope. Thinks I might get a little mini rage on tonight. Just a little mini rage on. What's up? Cat Batole, Bootsy Moonshine, AJ, Soup, Band for perfect timing. Well, thank you, I guess. Or you're welcome. I don't know. Either one. What's up, Janine, Sammy Scam, Tanya? Yeah, I'm going to I'll have a great weekend. I got my pool finished up today. It's lots of drugs. You know, you prefer I say butthole. I'm fine saying it. I just think that Batole is fun. But, you know, it's up to you. Got the pool finished this morning. It's filling up with water. And then I just got to get a heater. Get a heater. Because if not, I won't be able to use it until, like, next summer. So, gonna be good. What are you kids doing this weekend? Taking requests for the display monitor like a Howl at the Moon thing. That could be a thing. That's such a racket, man. I played dueling pianos for a year. Those people make money. Those people make some money. Just ridiculous amount. I'm eating nacho cheese Doritos. I had to go all the way downstairs to get a soda because there were no diet sodas in the vending machine upstairs. So I went on a trip. Did I buy a lightsaber at the park? No. What park? Sign bitch. Kevin, good call. Actually, I'm putting that up there. It's done. You'll see it when we come back. Oh, here's a keyword. It's grand.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, ReeseWindows.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. GRAND. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Bag segment to round out the week here. Hopefully you had some fun. Hopefully you enjoyed something. Hopefully something was thought-provoking for you at some point during this week. Let us know on the way out. We'll get to some dispatches and emails here in a moment.
I just saw on Instagram earlier that Shabuzi showed up at a bar in Orlando the other night.
No way.
Just
really?
showed up and started partying. Cowboys.
Oh, really? Yeah. That guy's he needs another hit, though, doesn't he? He needs another hit out there
because that song was so big. And then I think
everyone's getting blacked out.
He had a second single that was okay that I heard.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it didn't really stick because I don't remember what it was. All right, let's go on a journey here to wrap things up on the show today. One, I guess there was just a bit of a shock moment at the White House. Trump was taking some questions after Andrea Bocelli had cleared his way out of the White House and was
Did he have to find the door himself?
Maybe. There he is. Okay, see you later. And now Trump was asked about Maduro, who's the dictator in Venezuela at the moment, and he just dropped an F-bomb right in the Oval Office.
And you censored it for sure.
During this whole thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd like to keep the job for now, at least. So, yes.
Wouldn't it be crazy, though, if we lost our job because the president's F-bomb?
I don't think we would.
Okay.
I don't. Well, hold on.
Test it.
Wait. We could, because iHeart could say, I don't care what anybody else says. We told you not to say that, and then you played it on air. But I don't think that the FCC would actually find a violation in playing audio of the president saying the F word.
Don't test it. Don't test it.
I don't think so. Because they didn't when, was it Bono said the F-bomb?
Fleeting.
Because it wasn't even fleeting. Bono just said this is effing brilliant, and that is not a banned way of using the word technically. You're not allowed to describe sexual acts or acts of somebody, using the restroom or these types of things. That's the technicality that you can get by sometimes. But Trump dropped the F-bomb. Here he is.
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right.
Maduro.
You know why? Because he doesn't want to around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
That's a mic drop moment.
He shut down the meeting afterwards, too.
Oh, my God.
He said it, and then he was like, all right, see you later, everybody. It was like a thank you, good night line or something.
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Good night.
See you later, everybody. All right, bud. So we could do that. I mean, we could definitely play. I'm playing it. I'm playing it uncensored right now. Forget this.
Okay, wait.
No, enough is enough. If the president can do it, we can do it. I'm playing this sucker uncensored
Why couldn't
right
Trump say
now.
the T word?
That would be great if he did. The day's not over.
I'm quite sure he's said it before.
Sign bitch. Oh, that's clever. That's
somebody on the chat put me up to it.
That's a clever sign, Sealand. Okay, let's see what we got here. I want to show you something that I thought was pretty jarring. This was a study that was done this week, and the generations and the gap that we've seen on mental health stuff is crazy to me. Look at this. When you ask this question to the generations being Boomer, Gen X, I try not to forget about you around here. Everybody forgets about you, Gen X. I try not to do that around here. Boomer, Gen X, Millennial, and Gen Z. And they asked the question to these generations. They said to Boomers, is this sentence true? Okay. Mental health challenges are an important part of my identity. All right. Not that you take mental health seriously, not that therapy is important, not any of those things, but mental health challenges are an important part of my identity. When they asked the Boomers, 27% of men agreed with that and 34% of women. So for Boomers, most people said, no, mental health challenges are not an important part of my identity. When they went to Gen X, it was right down the middle. It was about 50-50. When they asked women, 53% of them said, yes, mental health challenges are an important part of my identity. And when they asked men, it was about 47. So Gen X was about split down the middle on whether they think mental health challenges are an important part of their identity.
Challenges as in like the challenges you face in your mental health, or you take a challenge like
that quote exactly. It's saying that your mental health issues are not something that you just find to be important or something, but are an important part of your identity, who you are, right? So they asked Gen X and it was 50-50. The boomers were like barely any of them were into it. Millennial men were at about 56%. Millennial women were at 67%. Okay, said that mental health challenges are an important part of their identity. And the Zoomers, 67% of the males said that was true, and 72% of females. So just in case you're lost in the sauce numbers-wise here, from the boomer generation saying like, hey, only about a quarter of us think that mental health challenges are an important part of their identity, to now 3/4 of people in Gen Z think mental health challenges are an important part of my identity. And that is a pretty shocking pendulum swing there, all right? Now, to me, I would look at this and say, Gen X, I think you had it about right. I think the 50-50 slide on this is about right. The boomers are all about, like, pushing it down and not crying and be strong. And
I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're fine.
Everything's good. We're good. No problem here. But now, God, did we reach the other end of the rainbow with 72% of women saying that mental health challenges are an important part of their identity. That's pretty crazy. Abraham Dragonfriend says it's a weird question. It's not really. It's not. It means to say, like, not only do you think mental health is important, but it's an important part of who you are. That's probably somebody who engages in like therapy speak. That's somebody who literally would say that this is, if you said explain yourself in 5 words, one of them would probably be that. You know, that is such a crazy swing in numbers. You do not see that kind of stuff at all. On any issue, you're not going to see a switch that big, I wouldn't think. So there you go. All right, let's see what else we have here as we start to wrap things up today. Let's hear from... how about Ozman talking about his parents' philosophy on teen drinking? I'm interested.
I know when I was a teenager, given an older teenager, but, you know, me and my friends and our parents would have this rule where, yeah, we'll give you a little bit to drink, not a lot, but, you know, a little bit. And you can drink, but you have to stay either inside or in the backyard. And you're not leaving. You're not going to ride your bikes. You're not going to drive the cars. You're not doing any of that stuff. And it was only ever like 4, maybe 5 of us at most. It was never like a huge party.
Well, I think the difference between what you're saying and what happened in this case with the doctor is the parents are like a present force at the party. So the parents are there to go, you guys, you know, you're not leaving. Here's what you're doing. We're going to literally make sure you're safe. And in the case of this doctor that was in trouble for the party that happened with all the kids passing out and stuff, she was there, but she was in her room and she wasn't like actively overseeing anybody at this party. So she couldn't even tell them, like, don't go into the front yard. Don't be falling all over the place. She just wasn't really involved. And I think what happens many times is parents want to help their kids be cool with other kids. They want their kids to be seen as like, you know, somebody fun, and they want to be seen as a fun mom, and they want to be like this particular type of character. And then they inject themselves into this, and then all of a sudden somebody gets like sick or drinks too much, and the cops show up. And when the cops show up, then it's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
it becomes
another
issue. It becomes an issue where the law comes into it, obviously. Here's Concrete Mike talking about something he saw that was strange. All right.
Happy weekend, News Junkie crew.
Hey.
So I have a question. I saw something driving that I've never noticed before. All vehicles, license plates have a registration sticker with a month and a date. I was behind a particular vehicle, just a common car, and the sticker had a bold capital P and capital M on it, and that was it.
I have no idea.
Anybody know what that is?
No.
I believe it stands for permanent. PM, license.
Permanent? You could have a permanent registration? Why don't I have one of those? I would very much like that. I never have to renew it again.
I have a neighbor that has like 3 or 4 letters on their license plate.
It's permanent registration for fleet vehicles, most commonly used by rental car companies. It's a special decal that replaces the traditional monthly and yearly expiration stickers for vehicles that are part of a fleet.
Nice.
Somebody hook it up, please. All right.
But you have to be part of a fleet.
I'll pretend like I'm part of a fleet. Can I just pretend
You
like
have
somebody
to
else?
drive rich people around.
Rich people get away with this kind of stuff. Remember, not Tim Cook, but what's his name? Steve Jobs found a loophole in the law so he could not have a license plate at all on his car in California.
What was the loophole?
The loophole was like,
Turtlenecks.
I don't know. Just Celia, if you could look this up so I'm not sounding crazy. Steve Jobs, no license plate loophole. And he found some kind of like loophole. And then he said, I don't want people looking up my license plate and checking out my information. So he never had one on his car when he would park at Apple and would drive around without a license plate because he found some like legal loophole to be able to do that. Unless I completely made this up.
It allowed him to drive without license plates by leasing a new car every 6 months.
Oh, so it was like the same
rich
So
thing.
he had a temporary license plate because you get
Basically.
pulled over if you had no license plate.
He's doing it through the dealer, kind of.
The loophole was a provision that gave new vehicles a 6-month grace period before permanent plates were required. Wow. He would lease an identical new car, typically a silver Mercedes SL55 AMG, just before the 6-month deadline, so he never drove a car that had permanent plates.
He's like, if this loophole will work, I'm going to do that home medicine loophole, too.
The loophole was later closed by new legislation.
Damn. They closed the loophole. That's the worst thing to happen. You never want that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap everything up for the whole week. We're going to do the final dispatches, of course, the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday and send you off into the weekend and have some fun. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
How do you guys sit when you relax? I sit like a woman because I cross my legs lengthwise, knee over knee. You son of a bitch. I hate Jack Bradshaw.
I grabbed the pen.
Yeah, you grabbed the pen so you can make a time so that you can pull. I sit like a woman. Yeah. And I just gave it to him again.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Friday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And today will be a beautiful end to the week. We'll be expecting increasing sunshine and temperatures that will be below normal. Plan for a high of around 84 degrees today in Orlando. We'll expect a good amount of sunshine and dry time. And that trend will continue into the weekend with low humidity, highs right around the mid-80s. We'll see a couple of showers return by the start of the new work week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
As we head into the busy holiday season, now is the perfect time to invest in yourself. For 35 years, the Filatowski Eye Institute has given Central Floridians freedom from glasses and contacts. With 24-month interest-free financing, there's never been a better moment to schedule your consultation. If you're considering LASIK or cataract surgery, call today, 407-333-5111, or go online to filatowskieye.com. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big name brands and your favorite local spots. Dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com. Valpak. There's definitely.
Are you kidding me? Was Go Mike not on that whole time? Unbelievable. You guys didn't even get to see any of this. Courtney, check it out. I didn't even have the microphone on.
Oh, I like it. Looks good.
All right, hang on. Let me slowly put it back where it was. It is spooky. Thank you for today. I learned. They didn't hear anything I said. It was not a rant. It was simply asking people to rate the show.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. You're too kind.
I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Oh, but you're not supposed to say that. Get out of here. Thank you. 69 out of 10. Great week. 10 bands out of 10. 2 minutes and we're coming back. I like it. It's a festive skull mic. 8.5 butt thermoses out of 10. All right. Thank you, Janine. 9.1 spider web lashings out of 10. This is my favorite part out of Rate the Show. You guys working the things back in. I like it. 9 alleged Nazi American flags out of 10. What do we think? Are we going to get more info out of that, or is that controversy going to die down? I feel like everybody's just taking it how they want, you know? Everybody's taking that how they want. Like, here's what I believe, and here's what I'm going with. 9 crazy Gen Xers out of 10. All right, who's our chatter of the week? It is a highly coveted title. Very few people get to say that they have been chatter of the week, but somebody will be right now. Who will be that person? Who will be our chatter of the week? I know what I'm doing. They said it couldn't be done. They said it should be illegal to do it. This person should be on a list for even thinking about it. But I say no. I say he's great. I say he's an awesome fan. And I say he also gifted a sub to Secret Shows this week. So that solidifies him as Chatter of the Week. Sean Patrick's Day on YouTube. Chatter of the Week. Sean Patrick's Day. Unbelievable. Looking good, feeling good. All right, that's it, folks. We'll be back on Monday. I think Josh will be in on Monday on the show, I believe. And there's a secret show coming out in just a couple of hours, all right? So check that out over on thenewsjunkie.com. A secret show. If you're not a subscriber, sub now.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
There's a party in your pocket.
The free iHeartRadio app. Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
And with one tapping, all become presets.
Make sure the free iHeartRadio app is on your smartphone now.
The #1 app for radio.
With Rasmussen University, you don't have to be afraid of paying for college thanks to transparent costs and financial aid options for those who qualify. It's a smarter, clearer path to the future you deserve. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Talking about what's trending. This is the News Junkie, Sean Wasson. This is the News Junkie.
But we are going to do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. Shouts out to everybody listening all over the place. We appreciate you. Shouts out to the podcasters for making it this far, honestly, in the podcast. It's like
with the ads just interrupting us. And...
Ugh, gross. It's just an affront to the senses that they would do that
This
to
segment brought to you by Hydroxycut.
It's and imagine if it's like, if I'm in the middle of a sentence, I'm like, and the most unbelievable, and then bam, you go off to some casino commercial or
It's the
something.
10-year anniversary of our podcast. What are we going to say next?
Chumbawamba Casino or whatever. I don't know what they run on that thing. But yeah, sorry for those things happening. But thank you for hanging out with us each day on the podcast. It's a pleasure to have you. Let's see. We got a little bit of time here. We do actually have a little bit of time. So with that, let's work in our final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only
Plural. That's right. Yeah. We got so much time. I'm going to play the whole song. No, I'm not going to do that. I won't do that. But I will see what we can work in at the final minute here. Let's go to, here's Craig K from Colorado.
Hey, guys and gals. Just want to say.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
No, Craig.
No, that's me. My Wi-Fi is a little wonky here at the end. I'll get him back up and running here. Hold on. I knew this was going to happen. It's this Friday at the finish line, so of course there's going to be like some absolute annoyance for me. It's right there. Let's see if this works this time. I don't know if it will, but
Hey guys and gals, just want to say, hope you guys have a great weekend. As always.
No, it's just it's a problem. As always, we'll never know. We'll never know what he has to say. Or I will if I wait long enough here. Just you know what? Forget it. It's Friday. We'll just wait.
You said multiple dispatches.
I did. We'll just sit back.
Can you play another one while Craig loads up?
I might be able to. Craig, you load up while we go to here's I'm not a hippie.
Sabrina, you just said 4 words that I will never forget that always bring me back to 2007, 2009.
Oh, God.
You said, getting buck in here. That song, you talking about UCF party days at FUBAR, TD's, Knights Library, walking around with pictures of Blue Long Island and having hangovers and regret every single night we went out. Wow. Those are the days. Good times, good times.
Thank you, my friend. You don't know that song? No. Get buck in here.
No, I don't think I know that one. You know
I
that
couldn't tell you the artist, but boy, was it an anthem. For
It's not ringing a bell, but I'm sure if I heard like the fully produced version, I might.
Buck in here.
It sounds like you're going to curse every single time. Every time I'm like, she's doing it. She heard Trump say the F word, and here she goes.
DJ Felly Fell? I wonder if that's it.
That sounds fake as hell.
DJ Felly Fell.
Who sings that? DJ Felly Fell?
Yeah, from the ground, thank you.
Should we go back to Craig and see what he was winding up for?
Yeah.
Hey guys and gals, just want to say, hope you guys have a great weekend. As always, thank you for entertaining me. Because I only get a chance to listen to the actual podcast versions usually. So,
look at that! First of all, that's super nice of you. He's sitting there and he's saying, even though I listen to the podcast, I know the show is ending right now, and so I want to thank them for the week. Well, thank you, Craig.
Nice guy.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Some emails maybe on the way out. Somebody says, "Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm visiting my 2 daughters from Pennsylvania." To tips@thenewsjunkie.com. It's so good to hear this station kicking ass and taking names. The last time I was a regular listener, it was Monsters in the Midday, The Phillips File. Oh, my God. He says,
"What
is Otto still an F word for gays?" Was that a thing on the show that I don't know? All right.
Wait, what?
Is Otto still an FAG is what it says in the email. But it's in quotes, so it's like it must have been a bit or something.
I think it was a drop.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know that one. He says, and some other folks who have been on the station, thanks for being a very listenable show. On the divorce question,
Say
I
hi
agree
to your
with
daughters from us.
the waiting. Also, a lot of divorcees have found partners and realized that the cohabitation thing seems cool. Great show, says Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you out there. Thanks for the support.
I will reach out to Otto and see if he's still there for gays.
You're just going to text him that? Hey, are you still a... That's an interesting
Say it, Sean,
move.
say it.
Well, I feel like I probably would keep some distance. Is this it?
You need me, please me, baby. Come on, baby, have a little crazy, but in the way
You don't remember this?
No.
Shorty drop her to the ground like she...
Akon. I do know Akon's voice from that. Yeah.
It was a banger back in the day.
Diddy too, huh? Man. Diddy.
He's getting buck in jail, huh?
I got some news about Diddy for from the future here to the past where you were singing that Getting Buck in Here song. Things didn't work out so well for Diddy. He's going to be in prison for a little while longer.
He means his butt.
Yeah. Let's see.
Otto?
Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is talking about these protests that are happening this weekend. These are the, No Kings protests, I guess?
No Kings. A declaration of independence against the tyranny.
Where is he? The back of a CVS?
Against lawlessness.
He's at some sort of medical facility because it says $11 insulin in front of him.
In the context that there was no rule of law. It was the rule of king. And I think increasingly people are waking up to the rule of law in this country, increasingly appearing to be the rule of Don. And I hope it's dawning on people how precious this moment is and what's at stake.
I see what you did. He's talking about these protests that are this weekend. I hope they're peaceful protests. I hope nothing spirals out of control.
I mean, I know the one in town is going to be during the Come Out with Pride parade. So,
the parade goes through the protest?
I have no idea. I don't know where the protest is. I just know it's at the same time.
Let's see here. That'll have to do it, I think. We'll get the hell out of the way. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. And there will be a secret show that drops in a couple of hours for those of you who are subscribers. If you're not, go peek around at that over on thenewsjunkie.com. For right now, let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, October 17th, 2025. Today I Learned this show right here.
Sesame
Street. Sunny Days is kind of correct. Sesame Street is accurate. Northern Calloway. You might not know him by that name, but you might know that he was David on Sesame Street from 1971 to 1989. You might not know that he had a breakdown in 1980 in Nashville where he attacked a woman with an iron, broke into a family's house and smashed their fine crystal and poured herbicide all over his body while wearing a Superman t-shirt and nothing else.
Get back in here.
They didn't show that on Sesame Street, unfortunately. Today I learned good news, Short Kings. Good news. Shorter men actually live longer, according to this. A major U.S. study found men under 5'8" lived almost 5 years longer. Those 5'5" or shorter lived almost 7 years longer than men who are 6 feet or taller. And, that's one good thing.
Yeah,
Let's see what
sure
else
it's my height that will do me in.
Today I learned, guess who this is? Well, you're not going to guess.
Ace Frehley.
No. Yeah.
Joe Satriani.
Johnny
This
Depp.
is Pope Francis's progressive rock album.
No way.
Yeah, which is titled Wake Up, which was released in 2015 on Believe Digital. And it's just like metal music, and then it has the Pope speaking in it every once in a while. Sort of, well, not sort of. It's a lot strange, yeah. It's not for me personally, but somebody might like it. Today I learned houseflies can get addicted to nicotine and cocaine. In smokers' homes, house and fruit flies will change their evolutionary behaviors to seek out cigarette smoke, even though nicotine is extremely toxic to them. Today I learned in 2002, McDonald's launched a sandwich called McAfrica in Norway and Denmark. While the name attracted significant criticism among public opinion, it was praised by the African youth in Norway. And finally, today I learned this song.
Fight for the right to party.
That's right. Fight for your right to party. The famous party song from the Beastie Boys. They say it was actually a parody of the party lifestyle, though I don't believe that. They said the only thing that upsets me is we might have reinforced certain values of some people in our audience when our own values were totally different. No, they weren't about partying, they say. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back on Monday, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over on thenewsjunkie.com. Have a great week. Oh, boy.